Good day, Pontiff. I hope you are well. It's Jamie J. I made a video about my new Patek Philippe 5231J. There's so very few videos about it on YouTube, and frankly speaking, it's the type of watch that does not deserve to be just put away in the safe. It needs to be up close and personal for the community. So I made this video. Feel free to share it with your fans and keep being great.
Hello guys and welcome to the ArchieLuxury live stream channel. How are you people there today? Guys. I'm doing this stream early today and I want to throw it out there. Why do I earn the big bucks? Do you want to know why I am in this chair? Why? It's because I alone decide what is cool and what is fucking dog shit in the horological space. I alone decide what is cool and what is fucking dog turd. For example, Ming, absolute fucking turd. Fucking turd. Crusty, turd. And that is my reason for being here in the community. Somebody needs to be a beacon of light and tell the truth. Okay, guys, we are opening the lines. If you want to come on to this channel, you would be very welcome. We'll give you a squirt and we'll see how it goes there. So a little bit early today. I decided, let's do it early. Actually, the wife took the kids to school, and I thought, hey, I don't have any friends to call. Why don't I open the stream? Quick wristwatch check. And today I am wearing my Patek 5110, the world time, with the deployment buckle. With the extra long strap. Jamie, I think you need one of these. It fits beautifully. And, yeah, I absolutely adore that watch. So, I got to tell you guys, so many people out there, they don't know. They're not sure. They think their opinion counts. Their opinion is worth jack shit. And I got to be totally honest with you. There. There's a lot of crappy watches out there. See, what the problem is, let me explain it to you. The problem is so many of the manufacturers, see, they're a business. They're trying to sell product. They're trying to get market share. That's what they're trying to do. So they place products into the free enterprise market system, and they hope the punter will pick it up and run with it. And this is free enterprise economics. Jamie J, can you play the 5231 video to the fans? You know what, Jamie? Let's do it. I'm on a bit earlier today, and I got to tell you, I just try, and this is a bit of a, I just thought I'd jump in early. So, you know what? Let's just play it. I reckon that is the way to go. So, let me just get it set up there. Oops, just hang on. Hang on.
The Patek Philippe 5231J world time in yellow gold. Quite simply,
Okay. Okay, let's press the button. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, let's have a look. Just hang on.
the holy grail for many in the watch community. This is my story of how I came to desire and ultimately go on to acquire this stunning timepiece. My journey with Patek Philippe began in 2019. I was a frequent flyer, traveling with a new personal record of 63 flights in the year 2019. It was the in-flight magazines that I would often read that had the Patek Philippe advert. You know the one, you never actually own a Patek Philippe, you merely look after it for the next generation. It was those two simple sentences that had deep resonating meaning to me and my focus on life. As a man who lives to travel, the 5231J was simply the ultimate watch for me. The center cloisonné enamel dial depicting a map of the earth spoke to me in so many ways and instantly spoke to me in the regards of my world travel and desires to travel to every corner of the planet. I simply had to find a way to acquire the watch. The opportunity arose from a grey market dealer in London having one become available and myself getting creative with part exchanges some other watches and topping up with some cash to finally acquire my dream watch. My heart is content and rests easy. The chase is now complete and I feel at ease having ticked a major goal off my list. The watch itself is a self-winding mechanical movement with 24-hour day and night indication for the 24 time zones around the world, which is perfect for world travelers. I can be anywhere in the world and with the click of a button, I can tell the time in the different time zones. The case is yellow gold with a sapphire crystal back. The watch is 38.5 millimeters in diameter and 10.23 millimeters in height. The strap is subtle and exquisite, alligator leather with square scales, hand stitched in a shiny chocolate brown, completed with the Patek Philippe fold over clasp. The cloisonné dial enamel is a planisphere in the center of the dial which depicts the map of the earth, and this is crafted entirely by hand. The detail is simply remarkable for its detail, color and depth. However, today Patek Philippe enameled watches are in extreme danger. The craft of enameling is one that takes incredible due diligence and time to perfect. Sadly, the craft is dying rapidly as there are so few individuals able to complete the task. I actually believe there are just 2 people at Patek Philippe who are still able to do this task. And the process of enameling means creating a substance based on silica stand. It is then colored by adding metal oxide, and once crushed into a fine powder, it is mixed with water to create a paste. Once the area that is to be enameled has been prepared, the paste is meticulously applied. Once dried, it is then fired in a kiln at around 800 degrees Celsius, which fuses the metal base and becomes hard and stable. The cloisonné technique involves fine gold wire of less than 0.5 millimeters in diameter, which is bent to form the map of the earth. The paste is then applied to the various sections and colored. As we all know, Patek Philippe has the highest of standards. A tiny speck of dust, a jolt of or a knock of the kiln, a draft of wind or something like that will be enough reason to start all over again. What they actually say is that the smile of an enameler is something to behold once the enameler has successfully had a piece make it to the end of the process, since so many throughout the journey end up in the bin. The scarcity of the 5231J, it is actually estimated that Patek Philippe is producing around 50 of these watches per year. Each piece is unique since the handmade enamel dial is never the same. Each dial is different. It is estimated that each Patek Philippe authorized dealer receives one of these watches every 2 to 3 years. The 5231J is quite simply one of the most prized and desirable watches in the history of horology. Supply is tightly controlled, with the watch being an application piece. You need to have a lengthy history and demonstrate that you are a serious collector to even be considered, and your application is personally approved by the president of Patek Philippe, Mr. Thierry Stern. The recommended retail price is $79,250. However, because of the scarcity and the high demand for what is surely to be seen as the holy grail of watches for many watch enthusiasts, a like-for-like model from 2021, unworn with box and papers, currently trades for around $105,000. So in conclusion, this watch is truly the one you never sell. This watch is the closing of a chapter and the ticking of a dream from the list. This watch is really, as the saying goes, for the next generation. This watch does not belong to me, but belongs to my daughter and her future children. You never actually own a Patek Philippe. You merely look after it for the next generation.
What can you say? What an amazing little film that Jamie J, exclusive on the ArchieLuxury live stream channel, has released for me. Very, very kindly done that. And he's a big donator as well, £5. You betcha, Jamie. That movie, that little video you put together, I like the passion and the just the other things that I wanted to say is, of course, you know, you can actually read the time without pressing the button. Pressing the button changes your central time zone. So you don't actually have to press the button to know the time in another time zone, because that disc rotates. But I've got to tell you, the other thing is too with this the world time. I've got the 5110. The thing I love about this Khaleesi dial version is that Patek chose yellow gold. And I believe this is the start of a yellow gold resurgence. And I got to tell you, man, I honestly, if you said to me, okay, Arch, say you won $10 million, $20 million, whatever, a massive chunk of money, what do you want, Arch? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Do you want a Richard Mille? Do you want an F. Pigeon? Do you want a platinum Daytona with diamonds? No. I want a Khaleesi dial world time. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. I love it. I love it in yellow gold. It's a tribute to that. When they released this, they also, Patek, standardized all the gold prices. Yellow gold was traditionally a little bit cheaper. They've said no discrimination, no, it's all the same now. And that's the way gold should be. Gold is yellow. It's not white. It's not red. I do like the variations, but you've got to have respect for yellow gold. Yankee Doodle, $5. Arch, I have nothing against any of the old crew, but they cannot. What's happening here? What's happening here? Why is it doing that? Just hang on. Sorry about that. Windows XP updates. Windows XP updates. Yankee Doodle, $5. Arch, I have nothing against the old crew, but they cannot compete with you because they don't have your charisma. They are not entertaining. Yankee Doodle, thank you so much for those very, very kind words there. And I got to say, to be honest with you, I got nothing against the old crew. I don't want to mention certain individuals. They're gone. And you know what? No problems. No problems. I like to do my things. Eddie Vassallo, £5. Arch, I'm torn between you and the other guy who is also live at the moment. What on earth should I do? You stick with Archie. That's what you do, guys. You stick. I kind of came on very early today. I came on early because I didn't have to take the kids to school today because the wife is actually going to donate blood. I don't know why she wants to donate. Anyhow, she likes to community spirit and stuff like that. And I thought, you know what? Let's go live. Let's put the plug in and let's turn it on. Let's turn the video on and off we go. So that was the reason. Thomas G, £5. Arch, you need a faster internet provider or close all porn in the background. You know what? That could be a very good idea. So I got to tell you honestly, man, it's all good news. I want to say this. Look, I'm not angry at anyone. You know this? I tell you this now. It's all good news. I got to tell you, Tim's just sent me a text to say, oh, he didn't realize. No, because I did start early. I just, the reason I went early today was I didn't have to take the kids to school. So I thought, I don't have any friends to talk to. So let's start the video early because I've got a lot of Americans, customers, and I thought, you know what? Why not go early? Go early, my friend. Go early. That's what I thought. Go early. So that's the reason there. I gotta tell you guys, seriously, this Khaleesi dial world time, the 5231J, I think this is the greatest modern watch in existence. This is the numero uno. If you had to pick a new current model watch, I don't think you could go past this. Yes, there's Richard Millets that are far more expensive. There's even Nautiluses and Nautiluses which are more money. There's a perpetual Nautilus, and 5711 is getting very high. But this honestly is where it's at. It's not a show-off watch. This isn't a watch for showing off. This is a watch to enjoy. This is where art and horology meet. Not only that, it also features the 240 movement, the micro rotor, the rotor micro rotor movement, which Patek released in the late 70s, and it powered the things like the 3940. It's really their luxury workhorse movement. And Live with Lolex, $3. 3861 Sapphire Sandwich or Hesselite. Oh, shit. Lolex, jump on, man. I love you. Jump on. Jump on. This guy here, I actually do like. I've been sending him music clips lately. Oh, shit. You know what? I'm actually starting to really like the sandwich. I like the sapphire. I do actually like the sapphire. I mean, is that wrong of me to say that? I like the sapphire. I've got the plastic, the housekeeping. I don't think you can go wrong either way. You really can't go wrong. That's and an Omega, I got to tell you, I love my Omega. Whenever I have sold it, I've wanted it back. And I got it on one of the Theo and Harris. I don't get a kickback. I get nothing. I get Zippo from Christian. Okay, and you know what? Doesn't really matter. I'm not here to sell straps. This looks a bit bluey, doesn't it? But it's actually a green. Gee, I don't know how the camera distorts the color. It's not actually blue. It's actually green. I don't know quite how that works, but yeah, I think they are absolutely amazing. And you know what? There are good watches you can get, which you don't have to spend ridiculous money. There are many good watches out there which are cool. I think the Omega is the Daytona is so popular, but the Moonwatch, is it wrong? I love it. I love it in many ways. And it's funny because Omega, what they did is they kept the Speedmaster current. They kept Hello, my friend. How are you?
What's up, Archie?
Hey, man. Do you like Fatal Attraction? How was that? I thought that was so cool to quote that to you. I was stalking Lolex the other day, right? And I just thought that's such a cool quote. What did you think? Did you get the joke, the irony?
I haven't seen it in forever. I saw it.
No, but did you get the joke? The joke. I mean, did you understand?
Yeah,
what
that
I was
saying? You're like stalking me, and you keep messaging me. I was like, all right.
Did you like the music I sent you?
I know all that music. What was that song that you sent? That one song that I really like.
Which the Subaru ad one?
No, the one from Starship. Yeah, nothing's gonna stop us.
Starship. That's the Subaru ad.
Yeah.
That's the Subaru ad. That's such a. I don't know if you've seen the Subaru ad that goes with it, but it's so cool because what they've done is they've put video together of a Subaru, starting with an old Subaru, and they go through the models. And this lady, she loses her scarf, and then it's in the rally car. It's kind of very clever how it's linked. It's very clever. Very, very clever. Tell me this. What did you think of that? Did you see the Khaleesi dial Patek Philippe?
When? Did you just show it right now?
Oh, sorry. I started a bit early. I
saw that.
Yeah, that was Jamie J's. He gave me an exclusive.
Expensive. Very expensive. That's what I think.
No, but it's because you got to remember, number one, a Patek World Time is expensive anyhow.
Yeah. And
this is a hand-painted piece of art. I mean, would you rather get a Khaleesi dial? I mean, I got a World Time. It's not a Khaleesi, but a Khaleesi dial, or would you get a Richard Mille?
No, I'd get a Khaleesi dial. I don't like Richard Mille at all. It does nothing for me.
No. I got to tell you, you're a pretty cool guy. I made the video today. I had a bit of a fight with a friend, okay?
What happened?
I seem to always have fights with people. I don't know if you've noticed this, Lolex.
Yeah, I notice.
And, he's been a good friend of mine, and he says to me, he's had a lot of money. He's actually subsidized a lot of travel for me.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's a certain amount of ass licking you have to do when people pay for you to go places.
Right.
And then he kind of said, he's got a lot of money. And this guy, what he did is instead of I got a World Time, he got the platinum one. The same model, but in platinum.
Yeah.
And then he got my annual calendar, except he got it with the gold bracelet. You know, to up.
Yeah, I forgot that
up.
comes with the bracelet. Yeah.
No, well, that's actually the 5036. It's also
Okay.
got the moon phase on it. But he just, I mean, it didn't piss me off, but then it started to piss me. You know what I mean? It's like me. If I'm your best mate, we're suddenly mates, and then I buy a Cayman S.
Yeah, that would piss me off.
You know what I mean? I got the same color. I got the Cayman S, and then I got the better wheels, and you know, you think, you know what? Just let me do my shtick. You do your shtick.
Yeah, go get an Audi. Yeah,
yeah. Or get a Maserati or something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah, 100%. That would piss me off.
And then so I had a bit of an argument. I said to him, because I had a bit argument. I said, you know, I said the reason I get the big bucks is because I alone decide what is cool and what is dog shit. I said your opinion doesn't count.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
What did he say?
Oh, well, he's passive aggressive. He's not going to talk to me for a month.
Okay. Are we talking about Tim right now?
No. This is a friend. This is another friend. No. Tim doesn't have the world time in platinum or.
Yeah.
This was my super collector friend. I seem to burn everybody. Doesn't matter how rich they are. I just seem to argue and burn people. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did notice that. We got in an argument.
Personal. It's nothing personal.
You're just doing spring cleaning. I get it.
Yeah. Tell me this. As a young man, I got to tell you this. I know I've given you a lot of stick lately, and I was a bit angry at you for some of the things you said there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I was angry at you for the things that you said.
Everyone's angry. But I got to tell you this. I want to say this to you. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I'm just telling you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You are one very cool guy.
There's nothing cool about me. I don't know what you're saying.
That's exactly what cool people say. That's nothing. Exactly what cool people. That's how exactly you should run it. That's exactly right.
You know who's a cool guy? JJ's a cool guy. His collection's cool. I think JJ's a cool guy.
What makes you cool is this. I like the way you're only a young guy. You're early 30s, aren't you?
30. Yeah.
Okay.
On the head.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And you got the no date sub, which is iconic.
Yeah.
And you love the Datejust Wimbledon. Actually, you're so cool. I'm gonna take this stupid tie off. I was
gonna say, what? Are you still doing the HR thing?
No. I try and start my show every day with a tie, because what happens is Tim copies. I'm trying to get him to wear ties. You just see how long it takes.
Yeah, let's see how long it takes.
Yeah, you know, it's just a little gag, okay? And because he doesn't watch anything of substance, he just watches the first. He just steals bits. I want to see if he's going to pick up the tie thing. And I got to tell you, seriously, what I like about your collection is you don't need to have a lot of watches.
Yeah.
You can have, you know, like I mean, when I say, I'm not trying to put you down. I'm just telling you, you're a very successful young man.
No, I mean, I would say I'm pretty like middle of the road in comparison.
You got a Porsche, for God's sake. Let's just.
Yeah, but it's a Cayman. It's attainable. It's super attainable.
Okay, Charles Alex de Haute-Coulug, $5. What's your opinion on the Patek Philippe World Time 5131/1P-001? This is the 39.5 mil. It's the model before the 5231, and it's also the reference, the family, but after the 37 mil. To be completely honest with you, what can you say? It's the fact that it's a 5131, that signifies it's actually a Khaleesi. If it ends in a 0, it's a standard. If it ends in a 1, it's a Khaleesi dial. The /1P means it's also got the bracelet. What do I think of it? Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. They also do it in white gold. I got to be honest with you. The funny thing is that apparently for the different golds, it's a different area of the map. Okay, so whether it's the Australian sort of Asia Pacific or whether it's North America with Africa, it's different view of the globe. The 5131, I think it's a special watch. It's the largest world time they made. Some people, it has the engraving Patek Philippe Genève on the bezel. Some people didn't like that. I didn't mind it because it's supposed to give you a better dial. That's the whole idea behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gorgeous, and I think it is a little bit soft at the 5130 series is a little bit soft because it's kind of between gigs, okay? But I think they'll go down in history as the biggest world time, and they will skyrocket. What do I think of it? Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely.
It's a Patek. It's a Patek. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, well, there is some ugly Pateks. I've had them. Quartz, square.
The quartz models, yeah.
You know,
I don't think I'll ever be able to own a Patek, honestly.
Don't say that. You can. Actually, tell you the truth.
Much. Yeah.
Seriously, no, don't say that, because the funny thing is, on the secondary market, my sub and my 5196 aren't too far apart. The Patek's a couple $1,000s more, but it's nothing. It's nothing. Gentlemen's Hangout, $2. Thanks, Lolex. You guys are cool too. We'll be on soon. Take your time. It's all cool.
Take your time, buddy.
It's all cool. I got to tell you, seriously, what I love about you is, see, all these Insta bullshit. They all, I got this, you know what? I actually think it's a very fulfilling thing in your early collecting days to have a couple of pieces just to savor the hobby. See, I had a 1016. You know, I had an Omega before that. I gave it to my dad because what would I need a second watch for? I got a Rolex.
Yeah.
Why would I need an Omega? Why would I gave it to my dad. As I said, hey, Dad, you want this watch? I gave it to him. This was that Omega with the Spidell strap on.
Yeah, the one that Watch Will has.
Cool.
Yeah.
I thought I was so cool. You know that?
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
funny.
I mean? I just thought I was so. And the thing is, seriously, no date sub, beautiful. The only problem with the no date I have personally is I'm not cool enough for a no date. See, I remember in the early 2000s, it was looked down on to have the no date. That's when I liked the no date. Now that it's cool, I don't want the no date. I want the date.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
The date is more functional. You actually use it if you're wearing it every day. But
yeah, but what I'm saying is it's too cool. I don't want to be cool.
Too cool.
I gotta have the uncool one. And you know what's really cool now? I went to my friend who's the arbitrator of cool.
Okay. Oshin?
No, actually, this is Ronnie from Vintage Watch Co.
Mm-hmm.
Because I took my briefcase, you know, my baby poo gold briefcase, Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
I thought, shit, what have I done? Once it arrived, the color wasn't exactly what I wanted, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, what do you think of baby poo brown? And you know what he said to me?
It's classic.
He said, I love it. I said, why?
Yeah.
I said, because I got the black one and I got the baby poo brown one.
Mm-hmm.
He said, the black one, you've got to wear it with a suit. Otherwise, you look like a douchebag. The baby poo brown, you can wear with jeans.
Okay.
And he's so right. Not that I ever wear jeans. Fat people should not wear jeans. Okay?
You don't wear jeans, Arch?
But I've never actually, since I've been an adult, I have never worn jeans.
Mm.
Fat people should not wear jeans. Okay?
Well.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
And I know my limitations, but I got to tell you honestly.
I think I'm in a good place in my collection. Because I'm toying around with the idea of a Speedmaster again at some point, but then I'm like,
you know what? It's funny. Yeah. I've owned I've owned 4 or 5 Speedmasters.
Yeah, I'm on 3. I'm on 3. Yeah.
I have it. I see the flaws in it. I go, oh, it's a bit cheap. It's a bit this, a bit that. But you know, when I sell it, I crave it.
You want it back. I'm the same thing, especially with the new one.
It's like a girlfriend, a passive-aggressive girlfriend. You think, she's such a bitch. I can't stand her. Once she's gone, you know, she used to put... She
wasn't that bad.
You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah. It's kind of sad like that. That's the thing. Yeah. Here we go. Bello de Villa, 20 pounds. 20 pounds, my God. Hi, Pontiff. What do you think of the Lange 1815 annual calendar? Greetings from Slovakia. Thank you, sir. Actually, I got the guy I'm not talking to anymore. He actually had the 1815 annual calendar. What do I think of it? I think it's fucking beautiful.
Let's pull it up.
I love my Pateks. But you know what? Lange, because Patek invented the annual calendar, okay? They invented it I got the first one, 1996. Okay? And Lange, I got to be honest with you, I love their interpretation of an annual calendar. I really do love it. I think it's incredible. What do I think of it? Absolutely amazing. Would I buy it new? No, you buy that pre-owned.
I have it up.
Thank you, Lolex, because my computer's a bit slow. I'm using XP, so thank you for calling it up. I think it's absolutely beautiful. In fact, don't tell Patek this. I think it might be nicer than their 5146.
I mean, I feel like something like this is right up Marco's alley. 100%.
Please, we do not mention he who shall not be named. Okay, we
I think
never
this
ever
is,
mention the M word, please.
I think this is Voldemort's favorite
It's called
watch.
oxygen. The way you put a fire out. I don't know if you've been in IT in the 80s. They used to have these in your server room. You had this special gas that went off that killed the oxygen. I don't know if you remember that in server rooms.
You know,
and if
actually,
you were trapped in there, you would die because it kills the oxygen. It's a chemical they release, and it's to put the fire out, but it also could kill you. So you needed to get out. You got out because when that canister burst, it would kill you.
You know, yesterday when I got home, I watched the ArchieLuxury movie, the official movie. I watched it because I've never seen it, so I saw it from top to bottom. I've seen it, like parts of it, but I was like, I'm just gonna sit down and watch all of it.
And I love you. I saw you yesterday. Who's Paul Pluter? That's my paid review channel.
That was you?
Paul
I was like,
Pluter.
I thought it was a fake account. I was like,
I know. I like it. I like it. I'm not going to admit it to the other guys, but that was me. Okay. Who's Paul Pluter? What a ridiculous name. I could see you there turning. I think, hey, that's it, Lolex. That's it. I love you.
Well, I watched the ArchieLuxury movie, and I thought it was funny. It was good. I didn't know. I mean, I knew that you had your own business in your early 20s, right? And you said that I
started that when I was 15.
You started when you were 15, and you didn't work for anybody until you were 28, right?
Oh, I couldn't handle it. Shit, it sucked.
How was that, making that transition from like being an entrepreneur to working for someone?
It's like dying.
Yeah, it's hard, right?
Oh, look, you know what? It was so tough because the problem is when you tell in a job interview, you say how successful you were, that they turn around and say to you, well, if you're so successful in your own business, why do you want to work for us?
Yeah.
So I had to tone it down.
Yeah.
Because they would say, and I'd say, well, the market changed. And they said, well, what's going to happen once you establish yourself here? Aren't you going to go and do your own business again?
They always do that. They're like, oh, we're just a placeholder for you until something else takes off. You know what?
It was so bad. I was so depressed. I went through some really bad depression. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I got to tell you this, our identity as a male, I don't give a fuck now. Okay. I'm nearly 50. I don't care. And I got a Patek, okay? That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
What happened was I was so depressed because I never finished uni at that age, right? Actually, I'll tell you the truth. I actually lied on my LinkedIn. I haven't finished uni at all, okay? I don't actually have a master's degree, okay? But don't tell anyone that, okay? I don't actually have a master's degree, okay?
Okay.
Okay? Okay? Okay?
You have a LinkedIn account, Archie?
I do. On LinkedIn. I'm ArchieLuxury on LinkedIn. Yeah, of course.
That's so funny. Okay.
Yeah, it's under Paul Pluter. Yeah, check it out. Check it out, man.
Check it out. I'll check it out. Go on.
And what I don't actually have I don't actually have a master's degree in IT. And what actually happened was I found it very hard to get jobs. Right, I had a rejection pile that thick, rejection letters. And this was 20 years ago. So my late 20s, I became very, very paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was the breadwinner for the family. I had no money. I was earning, IT was shit. And because I was depressed, it made it even worse. I wasn't good with it. My whole confidence fell to bits. And when I got the job, I actually loved it because I was traveling around Australia installing software updates because they were bringing in a consumption tax.
Yeah.
And then what happened is I was in this team. We were an elite team.
Okay.
I had a fight with my boss, as I do. Inevitable, these things don't change. And he tried to get me fired. And I then jumped over to the help desk. And then I discovered what hell was.
Working in a help desk, yeah.
Yeah, it sucked.
You were making like six figures with your own business at one point, weren't you?
Look, 1 year I did really well, right? But the truth is, the year after that, I made 30,000.
Yeah, that's the problem with running your own business.
And then the year after that, it was even worse. And I thought, shit. So, yes, I did have a couple. In the lead up, I had some good years, but then it fell to bits. A number of reasons. It was single-digit margin industry I was in. It was a lot of outsourcing. It was changing times, okay? They were changing times. Claude C, $2. Lolex, stop faking around. You know you want a Daytona. Well, you know what? No, I disagree with Claude. You know what? I don't think you want a Daytona.
I mean, I'd love a Daytona if one came my way.
Everyone love a Daytona, but what I mean is I don't think you... I got to be honest with you. If I had my choice, I would have liked to have kept the Maserati blue, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, I would. But you know what? Now that I've sold it, I got 4 Pateks, 3 modern Rolex. I got the Speedy. You know what? I'm not craving the Daytona.
Yeah.
I'm not craving it. Like, I would like it. Like, I'd like that busty blonde to come over here and rub her breasts in my mouth, you know?
Yeah.
I'd love that. But I don't need that. I'm not expecting that to happen, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I would like a two-tone Daytona at some point, but then again, it's one of those things where it's like, is it worth the money? How much would I wear it? A Speedmaster I would wear all the time because it's a Speedmaster. It's so wearable.
Look, the thing I like about a Speedmaster is I actually love the manual wind. I don't know how you found it. I love the yin and the yang. It's your body chi is charging it up. This is you as a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually am very in love. Like one of the Pateks I really love is my manual wind Patek, you know, the 5196. And it's because you've got to wind it. You got
to wear it.
It's the ritual. I don't know. Did you ever smoke?
Yeah.
It's not actually the smoking. It's the ritual. You get this. You go outside. You get the light. You got fire. You got something burning, and fresh tobacco tastes amazing. Fresh tobacco. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like fresh tobacco. I mean, people say smell an ashtray. No. That's like saying to somebody, you know,
the after smell is horrible when it gets on the clothes and the house.
But it's like this. It's like this. It's like someone saying, you know, like a nice steak, filet mignon. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's like saying go and smell a turd. That's what a steak smells like. That's bullshit. Yeah. It's the sizzle. It's not when it's shit out. That's not fair.
The social aspect is the main reason why I like smoking. Just hanging out. That's
what I liked was, you know, what I liked about smoking was it gave you a break. I could walk away from my office, my desk, and have it gave you a timer. Cigarette is like a timer.
Yeah.
It gave you a break. I just needed a mental break.
Yeah, that's true.
And I got to be honest with you, I gave up smoking, and it's probably the best thing you can do. For your health, giving up smoking is probably the best thing you can do because it's not good.
It's horrible.
It's really,
yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah, it has its problems there. MJT's in the house. Hello to Blue Shirt Buddha. Hello to Ron the Shrink, and also hello to Bear Clooney.
Let's get some super chats, guys. Come on now. What's going on?
Yeah. Look, I got to tell you, Lolex, I love chatting to you, man. Me and you, I want to do a movie and music chat.
Yeah.
You know that other wacky Israeli guy? He
likes disco
Swedish.
Music, right? Yeah.
He likes 80s music too.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
And he's into cool. Are you Jewish?
No, I was joking around about that before.
Okay. No,
I think I told you that.
No, because he said to me he thinks you're Jewish. I thought, I don't think you were, but
no, I do look like a big Jew though.
There's nothing wrong with look. What does a Jewish person look like? I honestly don't know, but they look like. No, I kind of said you looked more Arabian. I thought.
I get that too. Yeah, like Armenian.
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't judge people on race, sexuality. I think Rolex is a very handsome young man. I think he's very handsome. You've got a nice face. At least you can grow a proper beard, unlike some individuals.
Yeah, I've had this since like 14.
Yeah, it's Jero Pal, 40 rubles. Archie's show is the best. Really great stuff. He's a cool guy. Did you see that? Oh, sorry, you're not in that group anymore, are you?
No.
You're in the group?
No.
He posted.
I got excommunicated.
videos from Moscow. This is the normal ArchieLuxury group. You're in that still?
No, I'm not in any of them.
Oh, okay. Who's that? Your girlfriend? Who's that? Who's that?
It's my mom.
Oh, your mom.
I'm at my parents' place right now.
Say hello to her for us, okay?
Have you seen that movie, by the way, with Charlie Sheen? What's it called here? No Man's Land? Have you seen that?
No.
You never seen that movie?
Is that the one he's in the BMW?
It's the one where he's like stealing Porsches left and right. Him and his friend are like stealing money. They went on rodeo with stolen credit cards.
Oh,
They're going to steal a Ferrari. They're going to steal a Ferrari. And then Charlie Sheen is like, yeah, I don't drive that Italian trash. And he looks around and he sees a black Porsche and he goes, that though I do drive. And he goes over and steals it. You don't remember that movie?
No, I'll go and look it up. Ron the Shrink, $5. Do you guys ever see the Thorpe Timepiece Gentleman interview? Yes, of course. We commented on it for about a week.
Yeah.
I was gone for a while, but it seemed like exactly what we said. We said he went soft. It was actually, I had a big argument with, we better not go there again, Ron, but yeah, I told him it was a soft cock interview. I laid into him. Charles Alexandra de Haute-Clouk, $5 Canadian. I got offered a unique piece from a prominent independent watchmaker, but at a massive premium. I'm worried about value retention. Look, I got to be honest with you. You haven't told me any facts. We don't know what the hell you're talking about. But, you know, if it's a Jean or something like that, man, I got to be honest with you. I think, oh man, that's so cool, man. I love your old pickle jar. That's so, man, that's so
it's
cool.
A milk thing, yeah.
No, that's so cool, man. That is cool, man. That you want to see what cool is. By the way, my scent today, I'm wearing opium.
Opium.
Very
is that
70s.
the Hermes one?
No, Yves Saint Laurent, YSL.
Okay. Nice.
Oh yeah, opium.
Very nice.
Look, man, I got to be honest with you. If I was going to buy I wouldn't be paying premiums for I don't know what brand you're talking about, but
let's assume he's talking about Journe. Let's assume.
I reckon I'd be buying a Lange. You want bang per buck? I tell you what I think is soft is I'd be like that annual calendar we just spoke about on the second-hand market. Lange's can go for about, I know a Lange, the guy I'm not talking to anymore, he bought a Grand Lange one for half retail. Half retail.
That's pretty amazing. What did he get from Lange?
I've had it on the screen. And it was rose gold with a black. It's beautiful. Okay. Lange $1 grand, big size.
50% off. Jesus.
Yeah. They lose a bit, man. They're not Patek. They're not Patek. Patek retains. If I were you, I'd be buying that sort of thing. There is why do you need to pay premium? Premium is for people who aren't cool. That's why I'm not going to pay. I tell you, as I said, I made a video today and I said, it's not that I dislike the Nautilus or the Aquanaut. I dislike the people who buy it.
It's got to be hard to justify spending that money since you've seen them you were around when you could buy them, right? You were around when you can get them from an AD. So it must be hard for you mentally to be like, all right, I'll pay premium now for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, but I still think premium. I don't like to pay premiums. I really, unless it's Rolex, you just be Mark. Here we go. LC $5. Macro is the human equivalent of invocation. Fight, full of crepe and lacks any substance. Arch is a Rolex day, pure raw. Pimp energy, love you, man. That's a look. I don't want to poke fun at my old team member, and I wish him well. You know that I really do wish him well. But I do appreciate. You know, I kind of Bobby Google. There's always a bit of truth in a nickname. Okay, I got to be honest with you. There's always a bit of truth, but I wish him well. He's got a new master. I think I've done the right thing by him, so that's cool. LC $2 Invicta, absolute fucking garbage. That's garbage. I tell you what else is garbage is that Ming. Ming is fucking garbage. What do you think of Ming?
I never understood it when they were talking about it. I was like, I don't know what you guys are doing right now.
No, I never was into it. I mean, it was garbage. Absolute Chinese garbage. I mean, I've seen that shit.
Yeah.
I've seen that shit.
By the way, have you done a state of the collection? I haven't. I feel like you haven't done that in a while.
I did when I had the Tudor. I had the 10-piece because I did it when I
Okay.
had that. Remember the box, the what's the name box? What was the box? You know, the fake, the
Wolf.
vegan leather. The
The
wolf.
wolf one.
That's right, the wolf. The wolf. I did it when I had the vegan leather, and I got to tell you, yeah, it's kind of yeah. I might do one again soon, but I got to tell you, I am feeling. Here we go. Ron the Shrink, $2. Hey, what happened to okay, those two guys were fired. They were fired. I just look what happened. I'll tell you, Ron. I felt they weren't serving the interests of the community or my channel. Fame and money are an elixir. They're an elixir. What do you think of fame and money, Rolex?
I wouldn't know anything about it.
Fame and money.
I wouldn't know anything about it.
It's,
I'm a little surprised. I mean, it's crazy how much they grew in such a short amount of time. It's
yeah,
a little impressive.
And, you know, the Pontiff thou giveth, and the Pontiff thou will take back. So that's why I've basically having a blanket ban. I'm just letting them stand on their own 2 feet. We built them up. Now it's time to leave the nest.
Yeah.
Sink or swim. And I mean them no hard feelings. I think, realistically, I had Tim on the other day, and he didn't even know what a Valjoux 7750 was. Which
I couldn't tell you what a Valjoux 77 whatever.
Yeah, but you're cool, but it's okay for you. You're cool, see. We can allow that with you, but you're not pretending to be. And look, I'll be honest with you. I got a bit cheesed off because they were streaming 3 hours before, 3 hours after. I became the toilet break in the middle. And, you know, I got to be honest with you. That's okay. But certain steps had to be taken. It's good to stand on your own 2 feet. You've got to eventually leave high school. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Agree?
Sure.
You got to leave high school. You got to leave high school. You got to see how it goes. Come back to the 20-year reunion. Have you made it or not? Are you driving a Boxster?
Did you do that, by the way? Did you go to any of your reunions?
Actually, I did. I went to my 10-year.
I didn't go to mine.
I went to my 20-year.
Okay.
And I made such a dick of myself, I didn't go to the 30-year.
What did you do?
I actually got banned off our Facebook group.
Oh, that's what it was? Yeah.
Yeah, it was just shit. You know, I said to them, I said, I hated most of you when I was at school, and I hate most of you now.
Damn, dude.
You know?
Yeah. You didn't like it. You didn't like a lot of them, huh?
No.
Very
I was
shitty.
kind of... Look, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Bello DeVille, €5. Archie, have you ever owned any Leica cameras? How does it compare to the Japanese brands? Leica is kind of the Patek Philippe of cameras. And I got to tell you, I've never actually owned Leica. I had okay, that doesn't count. I had a Panasonic that had a Leica lens. Okay, that doesn't count. Look, Leica is a viewfinder camera. Okay? I don't know if you know what this means. Okay? So
Yeah.
an SLR has that pyramid, right? It's got that pyramid, which that's how you look through the lens. You look through the thing. That is exactly what the film will take. A viewfinder isn't exactly what you're photographing. Now, a viewfinder camera is normally used, it's not really good for macro fine type photography. A viewfinder camera is better for landscape. Street photography can be very good with a viewfinder camera. In fact, there's a very famous street photographer who used a Leica with just a 50mm lens. That's all he did. He used a Leica with a 50mm lens. There's some amazing, Leica has some amazing lenses. The Sumaflex, I think it's called, Sumaflex lenses. Okay. These lenses are legendary. They're worth a fortune. Leica, there's another brand. So you got Leica. Another brand is Hasselblad. That's a medium format camera. Just hang on one tick there. Shit. Hello, how are you? I got to transfer. I'll do it now, okay? Sorry. Give me 2 minutes. Bye. Sorry, I started the stream. I was supposed to transfer something. You know how it is. It's just, you know, you're busy and you get carried away with super chats and just
Yeah.
give me. But I tell you honestly, with the cameras, the Leicas, there's another brand called Hasselblad. I don't know if you heard of Hasselblad.
Yeah, I'm not big on cameras.
Okay, Hasselblad uses a medium format, so they're much bigger camera because the film they use is much bigger. So it's hard to explain, but that's probably the best camera in the world is a Hasselblad. Okay. Now Leicas, that's like the truth is the camera that really changed the world was in the Vietnam War. That's when the Nikons, they were just workhorses. These were not a posh camera. These were a camera you would take to a war zone and you would come back. Okay, that's the whole idea of it. A Nikon was a camera you'd take to the war zone and you would come back. Okay, that's the whole idea behind this. Now, the Nikons, they shone in Vietnam. Okay, that's basically what happened. Now, Nikon itself, I don't know if you know this, Nikon started off as a lens maker for Canon. There you go. Now, what Nikon did, let me tell you what Nikon did, because I don't know if you know this. It's kind of interesting. Like the Japanese, you know, in the car industry, they're not that original. Okay? They kind of copy. Okay? I don't know how to put it politely. Is that rude to say?
No. Go on.
Okay, they kind of copy. So what they did was they got a Leica and there was another camera. They combined the two. Okay?
Okay.
They combined the two technologies into that's when they made the SLR, the Nikon F series. And that revolutionized the photography world. And Nikon itself, they had that spot, okay? They had that spot. Nikon itself was very, they're very rugged. Nikon is like the Rolex of cameras. Omega is like the Canon.
Okay.
Okay? And Leica is like Patek. And Hasselblad's like Lange. Okay? And what sort of happened there is that I got to tell you, Canon and Nikon are now the two leaders. Okay, I'm just sending a message.
What's Kodachrome? Is that a type of camera? Do you know what Kodachrome is?
Kodachrome, that was Kodak. Kodak had they were never.
Is that a type of film or a camera?
Kodachrome. I think that's that little pissy little Kodak thing. Little pissy.
Is that what that is? I thought it was a type of film or something. That's
smaller. It's smaller. I think. I'm not an expert in but that was always amateur. It was Nikon and Canon.
Film. It's film. Apparently, to the people in the chat, it's a type of film. Okay, that makes sense.
And I got to be honest with you. In my own opinion, probably that now would be a Nikon. This is semi-professional D850 because it has the high megapixels. It's about 36 megapixels, and the
I'm here, by the way.
Hasselblad's got a 60. I think it's a 60 megapixel camera now because it's a different. Yeah. So, okay, here we go. Let's get onto these super chats, Arch. Get onto these super chats. Enough camera talk there, Archie. Yes, indeed. Sorry, apologies. I'm just. Let me just get back. Let me get back into this here. Where were we? Just hang on. Let me hang. Where the hell am I? I'm lost. Just give me a minute. Here we go.
I think he's asking about
$2. Arch and Lolex, Sapphire or Hauselite? I think both are beautiful. I think there's pros and cons. It doesn't really matter. I prefer Hauselite because it's purist. But hey, Kurt A. Instagram superlative _ATX $2. No BS. You never cared about the community. Yeah, I'm not really community orientated. I've never been a team player. I always been a soloist. Okay, I've always been a solo. That's my forte, and that's my downfall. Pine Barren $5. Arch Wimbledon fluted bezel. Have until Tuesday to decide. Nothing. I like the fluted bezel in the precious metal, the white gold, but The steel smooth is considerably cheaper. Okay, bang per buck. I reckon go the
Bang per
smooth.
buck. Bang per
But
buck.
if you had a choice, if someone said pick what you want, Arch, I would take the white gold fluted. I don't necessarily like the steel fluted. They used to do the steel fluted. I didn't really. I had a 16220, which was steel fluted. I never really bonded with it. I thought the 16234, which had the white gold bezel, I thought that was much more elegant. LC, $2. Can we change Marcos' name to Invicta Boy? I thought Bobby Google was the name. Bobby Google. Okay, here we go. We got Charles Alexandra de Hort Coloc, $5 Canadian. It's a Halideman H1 Flying Central Tourbillon with a black dial. You even heard of that brand, Lolex?
No, I have not.
I honestly, to be honest with you, why do you want to buy this sort of stuff? Why? You should be buying Lange or Patek. Why are you going into this weird shit?
I mean, you said it yourself, stick to the classics.
Exactly.
You'll do better in the long run.
Exactly. I don't understand why these people go into this sort of shit. You know, why do you want to do that? You know, admittedly, I got it a bit wrong with the Jeans. Okay, the Jeans have exploded, but you know what? I couldn't really care. It's kind of, I'm just doing a bit of a Google search on this thing here, the Haldi man. You know what? I hate it. I just don't like it. It sucks. Yeah, the H1. I got it on the screen. You know, I'll just pull it up now. It sucks. You know what? It just shit. It looks shit. It looks cheap. Man, what the fuck you want to buy this crap for? What for? This is it. I mean, you're like fly. It's called a fly. Oh,
Yeah, no, man. That's no.
What? You like it?
No, it's horrible. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's just not my taste.
It looks
at all.
it looks like that shit producer Mike was spruiking.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
You know what I mean?
Producer Mike all the way.
It's probably expensive. Let's have a look at the price. Let's have a look here. Does it have a price? How much is it? Okay, it's 18. It's using a low beats per 39 mils. 180,000. Jesus Christ. 170 and got. See, I don't even like it. This watch here, it could be 10,000 and I'd hate it still.
What would you rather get this or like 2 day dates? What would you rather?
Or Khaleesi.
Or
Khaleesi thing. Man,
like
I don't understand. Why are you even looking at this shit for?
Dude, people have interesting taste. People have interesting taste.
Ron the Shrink, $2. Whatever happened to Clyde and Mark? I tried to get Clyde on today.
Yeah, didn't you say he got the okay to come back?
Well, Bear gave me the okay as long as I was hard and didn't give him a soft cock. Bear said to me, as long as you don't do a Paul Thorpe, you can let him on.
If you want, man, have him on. It's your show.
Yeah, he's hard. He's fighting with me. He wants to bring Mark on. Bear said no, Mark. Mark's definitely not allowed. I don't know why. It's not my argument, but I'm just telling. I don't honestly hate Mark. I love gay men. I've always loved gay men.
Okay.
It's not my argument, but I wanted Clivers on. He didn't want. He's just hard. He's like it's like herding cats. Because I don't want to lie to Clive and say I'll be sweet and gentle when I roast the shit out of him. I don't want to do that. I don't like to.
Yeah.
LA Methwitch, $2. Should I dump my high school yearbooks? No, I keep them. I keep them? My yearbooks. Wow. I only got one yearbook. I only one.
That's fine.
I only got one yearbook. $5. By the way, I went to school with a celebrity.
Ooh, who'd you go with?
Jacinta Barrett.
Jacinta Barrett. What was she on?
You just Google it. Just Google it. She was she's like a B grade celebrity. She's not really A grade. She's more B grade.
Okay. Jacinta Barrett.
She was in the Inferno movie. It's one of the fire movies.
Oh, that's cool. Towering Inferno?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was that. She was in Jones. What's that Jones woman? Alyssa, what's the Jones? She did the lesbian scene in Jones. You know the Jones, the Diary?
Oh,
what's that?
Bridget Jones's Diary.
Yeah, Bridget Jones. Yeah, did the lesbian scene.
I know that?
Yeah, Bridget Jones. That was just a cool chick flick. Hey,
she
was in that. Jacinta
cool.
Barrett. I
cool.
went to school with her. Yeah.
What was she like?
Oh, she didn't like me. I wasn't cool, or I wasn't.
Okay.
She just acknowledged me, but she never really liked. She never liked me.
You never taught. You never had to be in any school projects with
She
her.
always. I remember she always used. No, no. She did veggie subjects. I was doing the classical arts.
Okay.
I did modern history, ancient history, economics. She was doing veggie subjects like drama and shit like that.
Okay.
Mind you, that would have been handy for me, but
Yeah.
you know.
Now, for sure.
She used to catch my bus. Very beautiful. She was very thin, very tall, gorgeous girl. Okay, out of my league, way out of my league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I had no chance with her. Okay, absolutely. Jacinta Barrett. She's beautiful. I'll be honest, she's absolutely beautiful.
Imagine if you could go back now. Would you hit on her on that bus?
No, because I was shy in that, you know.
But now, if you could be Archie now back then, you think you'd go up to her?
I'm still shy. I'm pretty shy still.
Okay, fair.
I can't interface with white girls. Okay, it's like.
What does that mean? Expand.
I'm asexual to white women now. I got no feeling sexually for any white women. It's only Asian.
You're braver with
Asian
Asian
fever.
women.
I got Asian fever. I can only go Asian.
So you could walk up to any Asian girl and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Well, I could try. It's my game's very good. I'd be intimidated, but I could try.
Damn, I want to go to Thailand with you. I want to go to Bangers.
Yeah, Thailand's not what it used to be.
Man, that's so
DD $5. Grand Saxonia automatic black dial white gold for 17,000. I don't like the Saxonia. Saxonia is Lange's ultra thin sort of movement. Or anything steel from Rolex close to that price. Kermit Batgirl. I don't have any Rolex. Yeah, I don't have any. Man, you should be buying Rolex. Get a sub no date.
Mm-hmm.
Forget the Kermit or the Batgirl. They're too expensive. Get the standard. I don't know why you have to go fancy-wancy when you don't even have a Rolex. Just get a no-date or a Milgauss. You don't have to go. I don't understand why you do that. LC, $2. Top 10 anime betrayals. Marco steals Archie's Batman. There we go. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I think we just caught up there. That's very, very cool. We got 309 people watching. Thank you so much.
Oh, very cool.
And we've got Matthew. Hello, Matthew. How are you?
Hey, Archie. How are you?
Hey, man. Just very quickly, Mark P, £5. Archie, it is not their fault if there is a gap in the market. You have closed it. M is a good keeper. He has always supported you. Thank you so much there. Yes, he kind of. So tell me about you, Matthew. What do we need to know about you? What can you tell us?
Well, I heard that the talent agency they sent me over. They weren't too happy with the last ones they sent, so they sent me over.
You're the replacement, the free placement.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you do exactly? Are you a watch collector? What do you do? What country are you in? That's an Aussie accent.
I am deep in lockdown at the moment. I'm in day 50. Yeah, somewhere in Sydney. Day 50 something. So I'm getting pretty bored, so I just thought I'd pop in and just say hi.
Who painted this room green?
Yeah.
Who the hell uses green as a color?
I don't like that trim at all.
Ouch.
It's cool. Actually, I don't mind it. No, this is cool. I reckon
it goes
cool.
It goes green to white. Well, okay.
No, that's pretty. So is that your house or your parents' house or?
Yeah, I'm just living alone at the moment, but
You're living what? Sorry.
I'm just living alone at the moment. Is my mic quality okay?
Your mic is brilliant. It's
okay,
brilliant.
great.
Talk to us. What watches do you have?
I've got it's nothing too special. I've got a 16 00 date just. It's a two-tone one. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can
hang
get
on.
that. Just hang on. I just got to
Super chat.
just get the super chat. Okay. Look. I don't mind them. I'm not angry at anyone. They just was time to have a bit of a break. He's got a new governor. So I'll let the new governor sort him out. You know.
Holy
LC $2. Tell Marco to drop the watch card. He can keep it. You know what? Doesn't matter to me. Good. He needs everything he can get. I don't mind him using. They can't copyright that. And Eeks, $5. Are the Tudor Hydronauts not the second generation? Good value at the moment. I got to be honest with you, the Hydronaut itself is a really well-engineered watch. It's just fugly. It's just ugly. It's like an Iconaut. You know what? You look at some of these Tudors and you understand why they bombed in America, because they were bloody ugly. You know what? I actually am starting to hate Tudor. I really am starting to hate Tudor. Would I buy one? I reckon, have a look at some Omegas. I reckon it's better buying an Omega. Tudor's getting very arrogant. Bear Clooney, $2. Clive is welcome back only as a punching bag. There you go. There we go. We've heard it from the bear.
Sorry.
Talk to me, Matthew. What do you have? What's the decent watch? You've got a what? You got a Datejust.
Well, it's
Bring
nothing.
it up.
It's nothing too special. Hang on.
Bring it up. Ooh.
I don't know how to get it in focus. I just got this webcam a
God.
minute ago, but it's actually a brown dial. I don't know if it comes off as looking black.
Yeah.
But,
So
Is
what
that a Buckley?
year is it? This is
It is a Buckley
classic.
dial. Yeah, it's a Buckley dial.
Buckley. Jamie J, €5. Oogie, oogie, oogie. Oi, oi, oi. Thank you.
Archie, I'm looking at photos of Jacinda Barrett right now. Jesus. You went to school
What?
with this lady?
Yeah, bring it up. Bring it
Yeah,
up.
she's
bring it
hot.
up. Bring it up on the screen.
Okay.
I'll share it. Okay, please
Okay,
bring it
hold
up.
on. Yeah.
No, she's very hot. Not just
Yeah,
hot.
Jesus.
She's
Yeah.
bring it up. Bring it up
Okay.
on your screen. Yeah, I don't know how you did that before. Remember, I got it before.
Yeah,
Just sorry.
got it.
Just gonna.
It's up.
We just have to. Yeah, that's her.
God.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's exactly her. She's gorgeous.
She's
I
married to
told
the
you.
guy from Suits?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. Archie, what happened here? She graduated your year?
Yeah, she was always very busy with work obligations. You know, she wouldn't talk to me. Doesn't know me.
Man, you messed up, Archie. But it's cool that
No, I was never in the league. I was never in the running. Okay.
we should get her on here on the stream.
She
Come
didn't
on.
even go. She's important. She's famous. I'm just.
You're pretty
Look.
famous too, Arch. I think you can make it happen.
I don't know. I'm not good at kissing butt. You know what I mean?
Damn, dude, she's 49.
Yeah, same age. Because
Wow.
we were most of us were born in '72. See.
That's
So Matthew,
great.
where
Oh,
did you
no.
get this Datejust from?
I don't know if you're going to like what I'm going to have to say, but give me a second. I got it from a grey market watch dealer in Dallas,
Okay, that's
but it's
okay.
it's not who you're thinking. It's I got it from M&B Watches.
Okay, never heard of them, but anyhow.
No.
How much did you pay?
Well, I got it at a good time because about 6,007. But the
Sorry.
Australian dollar was doing quite well over there
So
at
how
the
much
time.
did you pay for it?
6,007 Aussie.
Ooh, that's not that cheap.
Ooh,
It's a lot.
And this is for a plastic one too.
yeah, I know.
It's box papers.
No, not even that, Archie.
Man, you would have got it cheaper from Sydney Vintage Watches. You said to them, "Hey, I want a nice Datejust. Can you get me? What made you
Yeah, buddy.
buy
I don't.
that one?"
I hate to
Sorry,
say
buddy.
you got fleeced for sure.
I know. I didn't even haggle, but I just fell in love with the dial. I was just in love with it.
Oh, here we go. LC $2. Archie is still the most famous Oxley High alumni. No, this is when I went to Kenmore State High. Oxley, I went for grade 8 and 9. That was the very working class school. And then I went to a real upper middle class school. And yeah, no, she wasn't at Oxley. No.
You're not even on the notable alumni on the Wikipedia
I know.
page.
I was deleted. I was removed.
That's
removed.
crazy.
I was removed. Yeah, I had a bit of a fight with the school too over a number of issues. So, yeah.
Do you not have a
shit.
Wikipedia page, Archie?
I did, but it was removed because I had a fight with some. I tend to have a few arguments. Okay,
what do you do?
LC $2. Who would win, Archie versus Louis Leet in a fist? I don't even know who Louis Leet is.
Archie
not really-
versus Lewis Litt.
Who is
that?
Louis Litt? I don't even know who this dude is. I don't watch TV.
I don't know who that is.
I don't even know who it is.
Is he trying to say Logan Paul?
Who knows? But look, I got to tell you, man. What else have you got?
No, that's it. It was just my first purchase.
Shit.
I think actually, I'll ask. Like, I'm very happy with the Datejust, but I'm just thinking about getting a Reverso.
Yeah.
I know you're very pushy with the Steel Sports, but what do you think?
I think a Reverso is a great watch to get. The problem is, I can tell you what's wrong with you, okay?
Oh, what's going to happen?
He's just a nice guy. You know, Lolex, this is just a nice guy. This is Mr. Middle Class. Let me guess, you're doing a teaching degree.
No.
You're in what industry are you in? Accounting, insurance?
No, I'm just running a small gardening business. I'm a sole trader, so it's nothing crazy.
The problem is you just don't have enough vicious C in you.
Well, I'm just getting started. So
let's get the link for JJ, Arch.
Oh, sorry, man. I just think you got to be a bit nasty. You got to be aggressive. Ruthless is the word, okay?
Okay.
Got to go and collect those bills. Mrs. Jones, who doesn't pay, you got to say to her, you pay or I'm going to rip up the lawn. That's what you got to get a bit
I'm gonna do like Polly Walnuts and drive over your lawn.
Hi guys.
Exactly.
What's going on, JJ?
How
Hey,
are you? I saw
What's going
you
on?
on the other stream this morning, man. Well
Yeah,
done.
man. I'm all over
You
the
were
place.
holding your own. I
Yeah.
noticed.
What's that? Oh,
Buddy, you got background.
Sorry. Just so we please. Okay, just very quickly there. Aussie, oi, Jamie J. We got that one done, and we've got LC $2. Arch is still the most famous Oxley High alumni. Thank you. And LC $2. We did that one there, and now we've got LC $2. Louis Litt from the Suits Show. Oh, okay. Okay, Louis from the Suits Show.
Okay.
How I noticed that Tim's become the whipping boy on Nico's channel. What the hell happened there?
I don't know, man. Maybe that's. Oh, hold on. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you.
There we
What
go.
happened?
Maybe that's a shtick, Arch. I don't know. I'm excited to meet my replacement. I heard we have a replacement came in from the talent center.
Yes, yeah, man. He's just soft. He's just
What's your name,
nice.
man? What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew.
Is that his stage name, or that's what they assigned you, Matthew?
No, it's my real name.
Oh, all right. What abandoned Rolex AD are you streaming from right now?
Sorry?
What abandoned Rolex AD are you streaming from at the moment? Did you find that place? Like, was it boarded up? You broke in, cleared off the AD counter?
Because there's no stock there. There's no stock.
Just checking.
Look, he paid a lot of money for a Buckley dial. Is it an original dial? It's a redial? Tell me.
That's what happens when you don't go see the Pontiff.
It's an
first.
original dial.
What's it? What do you think it's worth now?
I don't know. I'm really happy with it.
Okay.
There's no
But I tell you
denying it.
honestly-
I could have done a much better deal, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just so starstruck with I just fell in love with the dial. I had to have it. So
Oh shit. That's.
I'm not looking to sell it ever. So
Yeah, that's what they all say.
We all say, yeah, we all say that. We
Yeah.
all say that, man.
Look, all I can say, I reckon Reverso would be great for you. Lovely watch, beautiful watch. Buy what makes you happy. Reverso, don't buy it new. You're not going to buy it new.
No.
Are you?
definitely
You
not.
buy it pre-owned. Go and look and haggle. Look on Chrono. Look, haggle and look. Haggle. Say what's your best offer. Just be a bit tougher, okay?
Gotta have a
And
little
this
C
is-
in you, right? A little
And the
C in
MILF
you.
down the road who hasn't paid a bill, you say, look, sweetie, you got 2 ways to pay. Okay? That's what you got to say.
And I don't take Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
Maybe if she's good looking, you'd do that. But man, you got to toughen up a bit, okay? You're getting that free ScoMo money. You should be laughing.
No, I'm not getting any of that actually. I'm just underneath the income threshold for that. So not even getting that.
Mark P. How is? I've really got to hand it to you. You're in business for yourself. There's nothing like being your own man.
Yeah, well, I used to work, but No, I'm really happy being a sole trader at the moment. So
What did you do before the landscaping business?
I did nursing.
You're a nurse? Were you an RN?
No, not quite, but I did that for a couple of years.
Man, that's where the bucks is. My wife's an RN. There's big bucks, and you got to get the RN qualification. You can get bucks.
I'm trying to get with a nurse. That's the plan.
Okay.
Just make sure they're an RN. You don't want this EN or AIN bullshit.
No, that's
They've got to
right.
be an RN. That's where the money is. The
There
money
we go.
tree. Mark P, £5. I think we should agree that before Clivers came on, he should apologise for being so negative and always asking us to downvote and not be a friend. I would rather just get him on and ask him some questions. I tell you what I'd ask him. I'd say, why did you desert me? Why didn't you have the decency to answer your phone? Why didn't you come to me and get my side of the story? Why? That's what I would say. But hey, well, what would I know? MJT, $3. Matthew sounds like a great bloke. Nice watch. It is a good watch. Look, I think realistically that watch is probably 5,000 now, 5 to 6. You haven't done terribly.
What do you
reckon?
I think what happened is that I don't know if you remember in the news in Dallas or in Texas earlier this year, there was the snow, the heavy blizzards.
Yeah.
And that's the time that I actually bought it. And you're right. I just felt a bit bad about the whole situation, and I just didn't want to haggle at all. So.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck
I know.
are you talking
I
about?
know.
Fuck
I know.
me dead.
Fuck me dead.
Jesus Christ. What do you do when telemarketers ring? Oh, look, I'm really sorry there. I don't actually need solar at the moment. But look, I tell you what, if you ring me back in a year's time, I am saving. And maybe I know someone down the road at the pub who needs solar. I'll find out for you. Fuck me dead, Matthew. Man.
You gotta haggle.
I
If you're going
sorry
pre-owned, you
for
gotta go
them.
for haggle. You gotta haggle.
Jesus Christ. JJ, can you take him out?
Can we get a
Go and
wristwatch
rough
check
him up.
We got to toughen this guy up a little bit, man. They're sending over.
Wristwatch check. I'm wearing
Show.
my world time. What are you guys wearing today? Wristwatch check.
I'm wearing a
Wimbledon.
Daytona
Ooh,
oyster flex.
look at this, some heavy hitters, man.
Not a heavy
Look
hitter,
at
but
this, man,
pretty
heavy hitters. And Matthew's got the date just. Actually, the date just, I'll be honest with you, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
So it's a 16013. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's a 1600.
16. Oh, 1600?
Yep. So it's
That
got the
means it
smooth
should be in
bezel.
steel.
oh, hold it up. Hold it up, Matthew.
Oh, you're right.
Hold it up.
Is it two-tone?
Yeah, it's two-tone.
Is that chocolate dial? Oh,
Oh, it's a smooth
Oh.
bezel.
Yeah, it's a smooth bezel, yeah. Hang on, let me just...
yeah.
Geez, like that's 1970s, isn't it?
72.
That's my birth year.
Well, that's why I bought it.
Hey, that's kind of a
And
nice
I noticed
dial.
it's got the pie pan dial. See, that's an older dial. I don't know if the hands are original,
No, they're not original.
but that dial, that's got the, that's the lip dial. That's the pie pan sort of dial.
Yep.
It's
they're
a handsome
actually-
watch. It's a handsome watch
actually-
for sure.
And the bracelet,
Oh, thanks, Solex.
it's nice. Look, I got to be honest with you. I wouldn't have bought it. No way in the
No.
world I would have bought it. But with all that's done, you could have done a lot worse.
Yeah, I just I saw the dial. I just had to have something really different.
Yeah.
So
No. I complete LC $2. As Art said, you have to growl out your bitches. That's it. Let me ask you this, JJ. Have they offered you a gig? What's going on there?
Me? No, I won't. I'm on my own. I'm my own
You run
entity,
your own
Arch.
crew.
You know what I mean? I've been on my own for a long time. I'm not working for anybody.
Look, I got to tell you, I think what's his name was handling it really well. He's working well. He was
What was
nice,
that?
polite.
Which one?
I don't mention
M
he
or
who does
M
not
or
be
T?
mentioned. Google Bobby.
Oh,
Bobby
yeah,
Google.
he's good.
He's fitting in nicely. He's working well. That's fine.
Yeah, he's doing good.
I sent him a few texts. He didn't respond. He's a bit passive aggressive. Did you know that?
Oh, not to me. Maybe. I don't know.
No, I got no hard feelings towards him. Good luck. Good luck. It's what I say. Good luck. Good on you. Okay.
How's the Elite Luxury channel coming along with the other man who we're not allowed to mention?
Well, I was actually going to be doing a video. What did you think of that idea?
I think that's a great idea.
Because I wasn't going to mention any of it on my channel. I was going to get him to promote the shit because the channel's garbage. I'll be honest
you
with
still could.
The only reason I do this channel is I want to do it for a MILF casting house in the future. I'm trying to get it to some level. Then I can... I'm just trying to tell you. I started off... The girls who I've got... I got no romantic involvement with either of them. I managed to rehash the Mimi T stuff. Gee, she knew nothing. She's the equivalent of bunny ears.
Well, now you have Mimi Tim now. You have Mimi Tim.
You know what I'm saying? Her knowledge on stuff was equivalent to bunny ears, and I got to be. It's embarrassing. I look at those videos. Jesus, what did I see in her?
Potential. I don't know. Arch.
And then I got to be totally honest with you. I'm glad Lolex came back because Lolex got the shits with me. He said, "Stop emailing me. What are you doing?" And you know what I said to him, JJ?
What's that?
I said, "Have you seen Fatal Attraction?"
I'm
just joking. I was just joking.
That I'm apparently the Glenn Close of this relationship. I'm the Christopher. I'm the Glenn Close. I'm just the bitch.
I got to be honest with you. Look, I'm really happy. I think it's best for the community that I've set them free.
Community.
You know what I'm saying? I've never been a team player. I've always been a soloist, okay?
Life's too short to put anything into perpetuity, Arch. Let's just see how the cookie crumbles.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But
I tell you, on 3 better step up their game. They got to send some new actors, some better actors over, Arch. These ones they've been sending over are a little bit of a snooze fest.
This Aussie guy, look at him. He looks really.
They better
good.
step their game up. He's cool. No, he's a nice guy. I don't want to break.
He's actually pretty good.
He's a nice man.
Even Rolex, he's cool. I actually like Rolex. I mean, he thinks I hate him. You think I get upset? But man, I always loved you. Why do you think? I know what you guys are like. You know, you're in acting. I know what you guys are like. Okay. There's nothing you can say to offend your Pontiff. He's let it slide. You know. MJT, $3. Arch doesn't drive 1 hour to make a vid. Smells fishy. Well, I don't know what I could have done with that channel. It was so shit. I got my dad making videos. That was a disaster.
You got to sell it to Irex guy, man. He's high on that channel. You know, Captain Irex. Is he really a captain, or was that a fake suit he was wearing?
No, because he's the adventure channel. Oh, you know what I love about RX Guy? He's like the kid. You see him at school, you know, in grade 1. My dad is the best. He was saying, my Pontiff knows everything. Oh, my God!
It's like show and tell.
He was just so proud. You know, RX Guy, he's been a good friend, you know. And
so what is that? A fake Air Force uniform? A flight pilot's uniform?
Look, he does it.
Yeah. I'm just asking. I was just curious.
I think he does cab driving on the side. Okay, it's what the appels on the.
He's
side
like those
mean.
crazy guys you find outside of Walmart that are wearing like the army uniform. They tell you they were like Navy SEALs and they could barely like walk straight. Yeah, I got you.
No. He's the one who does Uber. Like he drives the bus around. He's got the, you know, he's a coach captain. You know, he's a Irex guy is actually a great guy. He's really. I got to be honest with you. Some things were said. He got really upset with Bobby Google. Bobby Google said something because Irex guy tries to get his channel going. Mm-hmm. It's not easy making videos.
Right.
You know, like we laugh.
Well, when you make videos like how to set your watch, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but he's trying.
It's a little tough, Arch, you know.
He tries.
Right.
He had a few viral. He's got a cat video that went really well.
We gotta just tell him to not do the stolen valor thing anymore. That's a lot frowned upon. A lot of people don't like that.
What's the stolen valor?
Like when you wear like you pretend you're a general and you're making cream of wheat in your basement, but you pretend you're in the war. It's not good. It's not good.
Well, He didn't. Yeah. Okay.
I like the guy. No, I'm just saying that's
I
not a
love
good
him.
look.
I love him.
Don't dress up like Sergeant Slaughter when you.
I love him.
Damn,
I
dude.
love him. I love him.
Throwing
And,
that shade.
Why am I
I
coming
love
out
it.
too hot today, Arch? Come on,
No,
Arch
Bella-
loves
this
this
is
shit.
perfect.
Bella de Villa, 10 euros. Gents, how do you rank IWC, Portofino, Chrono, El Primero, Moonwatch, Daytona, strictly subjective, not market value? Well, let me tell you this. The IWC, I think he's talking Portuguesa.
Yeah.
Portuguesa, I reckon that has got one of the nicest dial. Just
Yes.
the font.
Very cool looking watch.
A lot of them just use the Valjoux 7750, I believe, in them. They kind of... I love the design of it. The El Primero, I got to tell you, Zenith has been really toxic. That brand was shit. They had some ugly, fugly watches. I mean, you wonder why Zenith wasn't popular. That reissue stuff is working. A Moonwatch and a Daytona. So I would say, out of all of them, I would say the best chronograph would have to be... This isn't value. This is what I think is historically most important. And I would say number one would go Moonwatch, because it is the man on the moon. Number two would be the El Primero, because that was the world's first... Well, actually, the Japanese in Seiko beat that, but we're Euro snobs. We don't acknowledge the Japanese. The El Primero was one of the first automatic chronographs, so I would say that next. Third, I would actually put the Daytona, and fourth, the IWC. That's my view. Any of you guys want to give it a stab? What would you give a stab there? Any of you guys want to give it a stab?
I would go, if we're taking market value out, I go Moonwatch, Daytona, IWC, then El Primero. No, El Primero, then IWC. That's how I do it.
To be honest with you, they are actually all pretty nice. I think the IWC Portuguese, that type of dial, the beautiful, the font, that watch is beautiful, and it's got a most. If you've ever held one in your hand, they got a most beautiful. The pusher seems to be really. I don't know how they've. It's nice. It's a nice.
You know who has that? IWC Portuguesa. You ever see the show Ray Donovan? You know the show Ray Donovan?
I
Yeah.
watch TV.
Oh, it was a really good show. But he's he's like a fixer in Hollywood. You know, he fixes problems for the stars, and he roughs a few people up on. But he's a gentleman looking guy. But he's and he wears that watch. It makes me like that watch that much more.
Doesn't he give one to his son too in the show?
I think he does. Yes.
You know what I like too is also speaking of great chronographs. I love the Monaco. Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
That
cool.
Monaco
watch.
was a cool watch.
The only problem is it was too big. Like it was originally 38 mil, and they expanded it to 39 mil. But it's square. Do you understand? So it's going to be. You can't use that same numbering system. It's like a turbo. It's not a 2-liter. It's actually a turbo, which behaves like a 3-liter. You understand what I'm saying? Randall K, $8. Sorry, Arch. Sorry I missed the show today. Just wanted to ask your opinion on the JLC Polaris with compressor case. See, the Polaris was actually their dive watch. That's traditionally what it was. To be totally honest with you, I think the Polaris has been very soft.
Yeah.
Now, just out of interest, I just got a special urgent message from Bear. The lawyer has to apologize first for all the nasty things he has said and did against you, just so we are clear. Okay, there we go, Bear. That's Bear's edict. I don't think that's going to happen. Hell will freeze over before the rancher apologizes to anyone. He's just made that absolutely impossible. And then we've got the next. So what do I think of the JLC Polaris? JLC Polaris with can you pull that up?
Yeah.
Lolex, just pull that up. Pull it up. How does he mean compressor case? I'm not sure what he means by that. What does he mean by compressor case? What's he digging at? Because they have their own compressor
Right, maybe
series.
Maybe the case for that model.
What's he talking about? I don't
never
understand.
Yeah,
Look,
I don't think
gotta
he's
be
saying
honest
it
with
right.
you. Just wanted to ask your opinion. Actually, I got to be honest with you. I actually like it. I love that blue. It's kind of...
Didn't you have this watch? Oh, you had the chronograph.
No, I had the chronograph. Okay.
Right.
But I got to be honest with you. Looking at it now, what do I think? You've got the other, the circle thing to turn the timer. It's because it's internal. You got to turn the other wheel, the other crown there, 2 crowns.
Right.
To turn the timer. I actually like it, to be honest with you. I actually like it. The problem is, any JLC, you only want to buy Reverso or Master. What's it called? Master. It's on the tip of my tongue. I've lost it. Master.
Compressor?
Master Control. No, Master Control. That's their circular dress watch. Yeah, that was... Look, I got to be honest with you. It is an amazing... They make some amazing... I reckon that chronograph... I actually regret not getting it, okay? There you go. I said it. It's
that was a really nice watch. I was the only one in favor of you getting that watch at the time. That blue is really nice.
Yeah, and it's also... It's a column wheel, vertical clutch. It had
Right.
so many new advancements. It was really amazing. I don't know why. Just that JLC doesn't do sports watches.
The pushers are nice, too. I love the new stuff.
Oh, the pushers were amazing. Yeah. They were like... They weren't as good as Lange. Like, I've actually pressed them on a Lange 1815 chronograph. They weren't as good, but they were bloody nice.
This black one's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think the blue is cooler, but I got it because it's actually a layered dial. It's got different sections. It was...
Yeah, you could see it, the texture.
Yeah, next one is LC, $2. I like IREX, but does he buy subscribe? No, he actually never buys nothing. And to be completely honest, if you look at some of his videos, they've had 100 views. I mean, I'd almost give up.
He only buys fake pilot shirts.
I'd almost give up. It's so bad. Guys, go and check him out. Give the guy some love because I don't know how he survives, to be completely honest with you. He doesn't do super chats. He doesn't... Clive's Potato Head, $2. AC, 1968 Speedmaster 321 thoughts, values. You know what? He had the 321.
Who did, Clive?
Absolutely, yeah, because he bought it cheap. He paid $5,000 for it, man.
For a 321? Did it have box of papers?
Vintage one. It's a vintage. It didn't have papers, but you can get the box, and you can actually get unsigned papers. It's a long story how you do it, okay? But you know what? The big thing with these things is if they're all original, they're worth a fortune, because when you sent these into Amiga, the hands alone can be thousands of dollars. Every time you sent them to Amiga, they change the hands. The original hands and things like that make a huge difference. So, look, on the those watches there, I got to be honest with you, man. He's done extremely well.
Was his all original?
Look, I think it was, okay? It was a nice example, okay? But you know what? The values are very good, and good on him. He's had a windfall in life. That's okay. That's okay. Mike Hammer, $5. Great to see 2 of the last crew on. They would never come on and clean corn in the background. Look, IREX guy, he's I got a lot of time for him, you know?
I don't understand what's going on, to be honest with you.
He came in a live stream and he was shucking corn while he was on Archie's stream.
That's okay. That's okay. Thomas G, €2. Rancher has to shave before he comes on again. Look, I tried to get the Rancher on as it is. He doesn't want to come on. You know what? I don't even care anymore. I really don't care. Let me just say this to you. I'm so glad Rolex. I don't want to be fighting with you anymore, okay?
Okay, then let's stop fighting.
Can you just be nice? Okay.
Are you serious to me? Are you serious? All right, fine.
Because sometimes,
I'll let it go.
You know, I'd never do anything to harm you. I love you. What makes you think I don't love you?
You were all right. You know what? I'm going to be the bigger man. Let's just let it go. All right?
I really
just
do.
let it go.
I actually, I'll be honest with you. I really love talking. You're a funky guy. You got to remember, sometimes, you know, it's very tough. I can't just be nice to my guests. I've got to treat them hard.
Sometimes you got to smack your hose around, right, Archie? In the plastic.
Exactly. And JJ, I mean, look, JJ himself there. I got to be honest with you. You guys are crew members. I need you now that I got rid of the two guys at the front, right? I really need you guys more than ever. Okay?
What about plastic? I think you need more plastic on.
Look, plastic's got limited. He's good for about 30 seconds. He's not, you know, plastic is about as useful as those, in an aeroplane, the air masks drop down. They got 3 minutes of oxygen. That's what they don't tell you. I don't know if you knew that.
Is that true?
Good for emergencies only.
What? Do you think they got an hour of oxygen?
I don't know.
They got about 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's a non-pressurized system. You tell me how long you got.
Interesting. It's got to be for everybody in the cabin. Okay, that makes sense.
And it's leaking out. You tell me how long you got. Not fucking long. Do you understand?
Isn't the point of it is to get you like a little high? Like if you're in the middle.
The point of it is I'd be honest with you. Can I tell you the truth if you don't get angry?
Yeah. What is it?
They don't actually do anything. It's like masks, okay, for COVID.
Okay, don't say that.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
Don't say that.
It's like in the 1950s when they were practicing for nuclear war. Hide, duck, and cover. Now, hiding under your desk when there's an atomic bomb blowing up down the road, you just ask them in Hiroshima, how did that work out?
Yeah, the best thing to do is
understand?
Run towards it with your hands.
You would be turned into a Banksy. You become a Banksy if the wall is still standing. Do you understand? You get vaporized onto the wall. Let's just clarify that. So hiding and ducking under a desk, right? Let me explain it to you. See, humans, they want to make sure they're doing something. So when they say, right, in an emergency, the oxygen comes down, there is nothing there.
It's supposed to chill you out. That's what it is. It's supposed to like the carbon.
I've actually been on a plane that's made an emergency landing, right?
Oh, really? Oh, I think I saw that video about that.
Yeah. And I can tell you this now. They don't ditch fuel unless it's absolutely essential because it's expensive shit. Do you understand? It's like throwing money out. Ooh, you got to lighten the load. They'd rather throw you out. Kalsowitz. $2, 5396G versus 5205G, both are 40,000 used. What would you buy? So the 5396, that's a very, very classic annual calendar, very vintage looking. The 5205 was a bit more progressive. It's got the sculpted sides. You know what I would go for?
Which one? I know which one I would go for.
5396.
Right.
Because, see, you don't have the Patek knowledge, but it's actually very similar to the world's first automatic perpetual calendar. It came out as a 3448. That was the first automatic perpetual, and that's what the 5396 looks like. The 5205, it's more sporty and modern. Now, JJ, you got the 5905, don't you? What do you got? You got a 5960.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you'd go for the 5205, wouldn't you?
I just prefer the aesthetics of it. I like the sculpted case, the scallop.
Look, I think myself, probably the 5205 is probably going to rise a bit more because it's very sporty. It's got the sculpted side. Personally, I like the 5396 with the rose gold.
I got to be honest with you. That 5205G is pretty nice.
I didn't say it was fugly.
I know, but it's
the Jacinta Barrett of Pateks. Can we say that comparison?
Jacinta Barrett. Yeah, maybe. Sure. Man, do you do blue or do you do rhodium dial on that?
Oh man, I think the blue is gorgeous.
Yeah, you do blue. You go.
I love blue.
Is that platinum or white gold? Sorry.
I think it's white gold.
It's a G.
5205 went up quite a bit from last year. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, all the Pateks have gone up. They're just crazy. Duco Ted, $5. So plastic is like the temporary donut tires, 35 miles per hour, only one use. Basically, I mean, look. Plastic's plastic. He's got a good heart. He keeps on.
Archie?
Oh, he's frozen.
Oh man. I think he's frozen.
Clyde's Potato Head, $2. Jockey jerseys, the new fat guy. Moo moo. Perf. I got to be honest with you. That guy there, you know what? I don't know why he doesn't like me. Why doesn't he like me, JJ?
Probably because you cursed him viciously on your show, I would imagine.
Because he didn't let he kind of got, I'm the only one. What's his name? Bobby Google hated him. He said, "Oh, don't let him on, Arch. He's boring. He's shit. He's this." I said, "Look, let's let him on a little bit, And I was the only one who stood up for him, and he's deserted me.
Arch, it's not a super chat, but I'm just curious. I don't know if this means something for you monetarily. Yeah. Chang Wang, he says, can you ask Archie whether Saad Ganapur, a blue spanner mod, as Saad sent you Archie $100 recently, and was it received?
I got the money. You betcha. I got the money. Okay. Saad wants to come on. I'm happy to let him on. He's happy to come on and talk. I'm not sure about the spanner just yet. I'm very reluctant on the spanners. You know this, JJ.
Yeah.
Well,
be careful who you
come on and talk a bit. He got very impatient. Saad got impatient. I can't just let him on when he's not really exciting or interesting. You've got to come on and just sit there like Matthew, just sits in the background and just looks like I'm important and busy. It's like
I just don't want to interrupt you. I'm too nice to do it. I can't do it.
It's like the Austin Power video. You know where he goes, right? 2 henchmen turning knobs. You can leave. You remember that scene in Austin Powers there?
Yeah.
Henchmen turning knobs, looking busy. Okay, you can leave.
Yeah.
Remember the scene?
Yeah. You guys over there pretending you're looking stuff up, you can go.
Exactly. Yes. Yes, you've been there. Gero Pow. This guy's loyal to me. 40 rubles. JJ, how much cash do you spend on girls per month?
Gero Pow's the best. I tell you, I really love his pictures and stuff. Did you see the picture with his hot girlfriend showing off the watches in that beautiful car?
Yes, the Audi.
Very impressive.
And also, did you see he also took some video in Moscow?
Yes,
I saw
Ferrari
dealership. You see
yeah,
that?
very interesting fellow there, Gero Powell.
Mark like P, £5. Gentleman Hangout is great for you, Paul. Hate to admit it, so is Bear Clooney Watches. I don't get it, but he is one of the good ones, apparently.
Bear's
very cool. Very cool. And we've got Lee, $5. JJ and Archie, thanks for hours helping me survive the pandemic. Never forget your efforts. No problem at all there. I'm just going to go and take a toilet break. Since I'm no longer the toilet break, I'm just going to go to the toilet, if you don't mind. You can cover me, JJ, can't you?
Sure, I will hold down the fort.
I'm back here, boys.
Yeah, you just hold down the fort there. I got to tell you, honestly, guys, I'm just going to tell you the toilet. I'm just going to put sparkles up so I know that's where I'm up to. Look at that dog there. Isn't it so beautiful? I'll be back.
That's a cool picture.
Oh, big super chat.
No, right when you leave.
We'll save that one for when Arch comes back.
So how's it going, JJ? How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I was just reading some of the chats here, but
knocking out the wearing the Daytona today, right? Oyster
yeah,
Flags?
I switched before on Nico's stream. I was wearing the day date, but then I ran out to do some stuff. So when I came back, I put this on. Rotating them out today,
Jesus. You know what's so funny? We were talking about it on Tim's stream. Wasn't it just like a year ago you had one watch? You just had the Breitling? Was it about a year ago or no?
No, it was more than a year ago.
Okay, that makes better sense.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like super long, but Pavel says show off to Daytona. There you go, Pavel. Good friend of the show. I'd like to highlight him, but I don't have the power for that, so I will just show off the watch. What do you guys think of this? You like it?
I mean, come on.
See the scratch it's got?
Oh, wow.
My first scratch.
Do you know where you got it?
I don't know. I have no idea. That's why I bought the two-tone. I'm not beating this up going to the grocery store and stuff. So,
how are you enjoying that two-tone?
I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. So jelly.
A few people are saying go full screen. I can't go full screen. I don't have the controls.
Power, guys.
I don't have the power for that. I can just read through the chats. I should pull a Tim right now and just self-promote, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Out of all of your watches, JJ, which one gets the least wear, and not counting the Breitling?
That's a good question. Probably overall was definitely the Bond because I didn't have the bracelet for so long.
Okay.
Since I've had the bracelet, I would say the JLC Reverso.
JLC Reverso? And that's so funny we call you JJ. You don't even wear the JJ.
I mean, when I'm not really dressed up like that. There's nothing going on now, with COVID and everything. But that's really only like a special occasions watch, like go to like when I have a suit on or something like that. That's why I didn't really spend a lot of money on my dress watch because I'm not in a suit that often. You know what I mean? Right. I'd rather spend my money on what I'm going to wear. You know what I mean? Like if you wear a suit every day, buy a good dress watch. But if you're going to wear it, 3 times a year, 4 times a year, whatever, do you really need to spend, a bulk of your whatever you set aside towards watches, for your dress watch?
Would you ever sell the JJ?
Yeah, I would.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I would absolutely sell it if I get the FP Journe. Well, I should say when I get the FP Journe, unless something happens where I can't get it for some reason. That's definitely gonna go.
You got to have a JJ in the collection.
No, no. Because when am I ever gonna wear it? That's the problem.
But you're JJ Lecout. You can't get rid of the JJ.
They call me FP Lecout after this. I don't know. No, I don't know. Listen, the bottom line is when am I gonna wear it?
Right.
I got the 5960 for more casual dress watch, and the FP Journe would be just like a funky, like real dress watch. I mean, technically I could still keep it because it is more formal. FP Journe is not really formal; it's kind of out there, but I don't know.
That's true.
It's a lot to tie up on watches. Like how much?
Interesting. We got a funny question here from Chang Wang. Care to share your body count?
You go first, Chang Wang. We'll be right behind you, man.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to embarrass everybody in here.
Hey, what's happening? Who's embarrassing? What? Tell me what's embarrassing.
We're talking about body counts right now.
Body counts. What's body count?
Chang Wang wants to know what our body counts are, Arch.
Body counts.
Yeah, like how many women?
I know the notches on the bedpost. I know exactly. I got to tell you, it's not how many you've done; it's how many they've enjoyed it.
Oh, I was gonna say quality, for sure.
Right.
I got to tell you seriously. For many years, I was very loyal and faithful. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to Asia and it went out the window.
Your eyes were opened.
I got to tell you honestly, in some ways I actually really, people who have one girlfriend for life, I kind of am a little bit jealous of that.
You're jealous of that? I look at them and just like, what are you doing?
No, but it's they found you look at Jamie, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy who's got the Patek. He met this girl. She's a bit older than him. He's now a gazillionaire.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a woman who, she stayed with him when he was poor. They were both poor, and now they're filthy, stinking rich.
Okay.
And she's hot. Okay, super chat. Here we go. Bear's telling me super chat. Bellero Deville, £40. My God, €40. Gents, just to thank you for making the pandemic bearable for a lot of us. Cheers to all of you. Salute to JJ, Lolex, and Bear as well. All class acts. I got to tell you, Rolex, I want to apologize for being a dick. I want to apologize for... I could have been nicer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I know you're ambitious. I know. I haven't really given you credit where credit is due. You know what I mean? I've kind of been failing you. Your Pontiff has failed you in so many areas, you know?
It's all right, buddy.
I want to say sorry, okay? I really do love you. You're a good man. And I love
Okay, now do Tim.
Yeah, no.
Deacon, $5. Hello, Doc, BBC, JJ, and Lolex. Love having you on the show. Cheers. You know what, guys?
Thank
I
you,
really
Deacon.
love
I like
you
Deacon.
too.
I like Deacon.
And And seriously, am I that bad to you? Look at this. We're having great fun. You know why?
Why?
Because I haven't got some assholes not trying to brown nose the super donators, and we're just chatting shit. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking fat. You know what I mean? We're not competitive, or we're just cool. We're just very, very cool dudes. Thank you so much. We're just cool. I just had coffee delivered.
Oh, man.
And a bagel.
Delivered? Oh, from your wife, you mean?
Huh. It's funny. When you start getting the big super chats, they start caring about your career.
They got to make sure you're nourished for the 3-hour event,
It's funny, when you start giving Cartier jewelry away, they suddenly realize you're not a bum. Funny that, JJ.
Yeah, money talks, Arch. Money talks.
Yeah, man. That's true.
Look, in all honesty,
Want to keep you hydrated.
Exactly. I want to be better. I want to be a better man. You know that?
Like plastic, one dog, one bone.
Look, the way I see it, right? The way I see it, I got a lot of respect for that, you know?
Yeah.
Ask Doc about it.
One dog, one bone?
Yeah.
Okay, Doc, tell us about it.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm just here to stir shit. That's all.
Said to
That's all I
ask you
do.
about it.
Yeah, man.
Well, Doc tried. You tried, Doc, didn't you?
Oh, I did, absolutely. I mean, I know what it's like. I've been married. And I didn't cheat while I was married. But,
See, I don't think going to a parlor is cheating.
I didn't even do that. But
I don't think a massage is cheating.
No.
I did have work keeping me busy. So if I didn't have that, I might have been busy.
That's because you had bloody huge
Because,
debt to
like
pay
I
off.
said, I did have a little bit of debt. But I mean, like I said, though, what do you do when they start playing the starfish? What do you do? I mean, lacking enthusiasm and just let me get through this. How much longer are you going to be? All that kind of stuff. Come on.
That's true. That's got to be hard.
Pretty.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
called
weak.
day two.
That's gotta suck.
It's called day two.
Exactly. It's
sunshine.
called day two. It's day
Man,
two.
the fike up.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is that, before the contract is signed, it's like, oh, can we do it twice, 3 times in a day? Come on.
And
That's
the
before
thing is,
contract.
Doc, the thing about Doc I know is, right, he's not somebody who's a selfish lover. He'd be very giving. He's the sort of guy who'd be, he's just you can hear it in his voice. He's just a soft, nice guy who wants her to have some fun too.
Right.
I'd even go downstairs.
Look at that.
Look at this.
Arch,
Not everybody does
these,
that.
Do you think these women
Not-
practice at the talent agency? Was it on 3? What was it? Take 3?
Take 3.
Take 3 talent. Kevin So, $2. Thank you, Kevin So.
I'm just glad I got in before that whole talent agency thing started. I don't know if I could have survived over there. Kudos to Matthew.
That's all right.
Kevin Sue, $2. Shout out to Tommy Pom Pom. Tommy Pom Pom. Thank you so much there. And we've got the bear. Going to parlor is definitely cheating. If it's not full service, it's not cheating. Ask Bill Clinton about that, okay?
Well, Bill Clinton.
Even a Democrat. I'm not even a Democrat, and I agree with him.
Well, come on, though. Bill Clinton went to the, what's that guy off of Seinfeld? The one that wasn't, it's not a lie if you believe it. That's Bill Clinton.
I don't think it's cheating.
Depends what you do there.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
You
You get a massage, it's not cheating.
And does it really matter? Just because you like a BMW, does it mean you're never going to drive a Mercedes? Or does that mean you're never going to drive a Maserati, Rolex? Is that cheating?
You got a super chat.
What are we talking about right now?
MJT, $3. Only cheating if you fall in love. Otherwise, okay.
Yeah, I'm not in love.
And remember, guys, it's French to have an affair. it's American to get caught.
Well, actually, the French, I mean, the wife will say, maybe you and your mistress ought to take some time off and get away for a while. Then that gives her time with the pool boy.
Or whatever. Maybe she just wants a break. A lot of these
Or
women are
whatever.
asexual. A lot
Or
of them
whatever.
are asexual. You know what I mean?
They just want to count the cash while you're gone.
If your wife wants to have a lesbian affair, is that cheating?
Yes.
It's cheating unless you get to watch.
JJ is a man of standards. He doesn't let this shit fly.
Ron the Shrink, $2. Friendly reminder, Epstein didn't kill himself.
He's now, talk about wanting to stir some shite. I mean, Ron the Shrink's always bringing stuff up here.
I got to be honest with you. I think with Epstein, that there is a fine line. I got to be honest with you. I think
Fine line.
What he did, in my opinion, right? These particularly young. I don't understand. It's not my genre. I'm a MILF genre for starters. Okay. I want.
You're the opposite of an Epstein.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I got to be honest with you.
An anti-Epstein.
I think you have to realize people at a certain young age are very impressionable. They're not. I don't even think 18 you're that responsible for what you do.
No, you don't
18's
even know
not a
what you're doing
magic
at
age.
18. Right.
You're not a real person until you're 25.
I don't think you should really do porn until you're at least 21.
Even then, that's so young.
Yeah, I agree. But, I tell you what, guys, talking watches. Doc, what did you think of that world time Jamie's got? The Khaleesi's dial, the hand-painted Patek. Is that the greatest?
Well, I mean, I'm not an official dress watch guy, so my dress watch is my Daytona, and but I can certainly respect it. It's very impressive, especially the fact that each dial's hand painted and unique in its own way. Certainly, it's a valuable watch, no doubt. I'm probably more in love with my Rolex Daytona.
Oh, it's a beautiful watch. That's top cream of the crop right there. That's.
Would you get one?
If I could afford it, yeah. I mean, if it was within budget, I wouldn't allocate 70% of my watch money towards it, but
yeah.
For a 4-digit Daytona.
But it is gorgeous. I mean, that's like the cream of the crop when it comes to Patek Philippe, no? Khaleesi dial world time.
Well, the next thing would be a 5270. Would that be better? A salmon dial platinum perpetual calendar chronograph. Would that be the best, or would you? I think they're both. It's like having one's an S class and one is an SL. Two different genres.
Right. I was gonna say it depends on your taste. Classically, I mean, the world time is probably probably the most well known, model, and the Khaleesi dial is the epitome of that. But I would personally go for the chronograph just because I like a sportier look. But
I got to tell you, I think the thing I'm finding is in the watch world, really cool people. I told you my story. I got sidetracked there. I was talking about really cool people in my world, okay? And one of the coolest guys I know is Ronnie from Vintage Watch Co. He is so cool, okay? The guy is, I'm just telling you, he is one of the coolest guys on the planet, okay? And with Ronnie himself there, I actually said to him, he's always been my style arbitrator. And I got to tell you, I said, you know what he wears? I'll tell you what he wears. Coral Dial OP.
Be right back, Arch. 1 second.
That's okay.
That's very
Coral
cool.
Dial OP. Do you understand what I mean, Lolex? Like realistically, I think for some people, with all these sports, flexing, Daytona, Platoners, and I got to be honest with you, I think there's a lot to be said for just turning it down a notch.
Yeah.
What do you think, Doc? Is that cool, or you don't think that's cool?
I think it depends on what you fall in love with. I mean,
Yeah, but there's
right
a lot
now,
of people flexing. They want to show how much money they have.
It's not the money. It's not the money. It's the watch. So, I fell for this Milgauss 1019. I like it. Not everybody likes it, but I like it.
1019?
You got a 1019?
You have a 1019?
Yeah.
Well, you got a 1019. What the fuck did you get a
Yeah.
1019?
What the fuck?
A month or
Fucking
so
hell.
ago.
That's
What, you
amazing.
got a 1019? That's the original plastic. That's the 1016 1016.
I'm gonna pull it up and you tell me which one you have.
I posted it on
Sorry,
WhatsApp.
I just forgot Tanzil $5. No Google allowed. Lamania 2310 versus Valju 7750 and why?
I'm gonna pull up 1019s and you tell me which one you have, dog.
I got to tell you guys, I'd have to say you'd always have to pick your Lamania. Lamania actually provided a lot of movements for Patek Philippe.
Didn't they do the 321 Speedy too? Isn't that?
They were involved in that. That's true. True. Lamania themselves there. Novo Lamania. So I mean seriously, Valju 7750 is just a
Right.
generic
That's what's in my
workhorse.
Breitling. This Valju 775.
It's not a terrible movement. Actually, IWC, I don't know if you know this, they actually, when they designed their own in-house movement, like on that 3227, the IWC Ingenua, they actually have a base which uses a 7750 base. That's how much highly they think of it. So,
But also, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, generally speaking, a Valjoux is going to be worth a little bit more in the market than a Lamania, I thought.
it depends on the watch. Depends on the.
Well,
the
obviously, it
watch.
depends on the movement and complications, but I'm just saying
Just very
in
quickly,
general.
I think the
MJT,
Lamania is a
$3.
better looking
If I
one.
had to choose Arch, it would be 5231J. This is from a man who actually owns a 5270p. That's on his wrist. Look at his avatar. That is the platinum perpetual calendar chronograph current model with Salmon dial. And I'd have to say, picking between the two, you'd flip a coin almost. They're so amazing. They are both amazing.
I think it's like
I don't-
picking between a GT2 and a GT3. It's a hard choice.
It's amazing. Lee, $5. What about all the times women used you in relations? It goes both ways. I got to be honest with you. You know what? I think you got to grow up and admit to your mistakes. I think sometimes in life, you can't keep blaming other people. I think you've got to say, well, maybe I was a bit of a dick. I look at some of my bad relationships. It's partly... I'm probably the common denominator in all the failed relationships I've been in. Tanzil, $5. Tim
Go ahead.
Tim Moscow prefers the 5110J and says it has better proportions of the lot. World times are kind of terminal though. The only pieces in Patek Philippe ads are N. What does that mean? What's he mean?
They're in the ADs right now.
Oh,
He says
in
the
ADs.
world times are the only Pateks in the ADs right now.
Oh, that's not really true or fair. They're expensive. Do you know how expensive they are?
The 5110 has the best guilloche, right? I mean, I think so.
Look, I got the 5110. I think the bargain at the moment is the 5130 because it's the largest one ever made. Some people don't like
Got the crown guards, right?
the cross sort of center bit, right?
Yeah,
They don't like it, but it came as a Khaleesi dial as well. It has the crown guard. It's a beautiful look. They've all got pros and cons. It's like looking at three Porsches, three 911s. Each one is special. Okay, I would have to say I actually really love the current 5230. I'm warming to it. It's gone very, very classical in its execution. I don't think there is a garbage Patek world time. I think they are very special. They're a very special watch, and I kind of think sometimes people get too caught up in what is cool and not cool, and I think there's certain things I like on one, there's certain things I like on the other. I'm just going to show you, this is one of the coolest, this is my style arbitrator. Sometimes you need someone to give you a bit of style guidance. This is my friend Ronnie. He's holding my baby poo brown briefcase. You see, it's actually gold. It's called Kalingo Signano Gold. Okay, there we go. He reckons it's cool because you could wear it. You could use this casually. There he is. Look what watch he's wearing. Da 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 da. Look at that. OP
red dial
coral
OP?
dial, 41 mil coral. And I think, you know what? That's kind of just understated. I think the more watches get fancy-wancy, I kind of like just the understated charm of that. Does that make sense? That's my friend from Vintage Watch Co. Vintage Watch
Ronnie?
Co. Ronnie. That's Ronnie. That's Ronnie. Very handsome. He does cycling, by the way. There's a tip there, weight loss tip. Cycle actually, if you don't get hit by a bus or cars, you can actually look pretty cool. Do you cycle, Doc?
I used to, but I got hit by a car.
And as for Matthew, you're working cutting lawns. That's very good exercise. Lolex, what do you do to stay fit?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. Tanzil, $5. Stop messing about, Arch. The 3940s are bargains. Is it time for a perpetual calendar? Remember the vid you did at work, 5035 versus 3940. So the 3940 is the perpetual calendar. The 5035 was basically, they tried to make it the annual calendar version of the 3940. You know, Tanzil, I love the 3940. That was the perpetual calendar that used the 240 micro rotor rooted rotor movement. It's the same base movement that's in the world time. You know,
do you think it's a bargain because it's small, 36 mil?
I think they're beautiful. Philippe Stern wore one for years. They're actually expensive. They're going up. My problem is I don't want to sell what I own to get one. Does that make sense? I don't want to sell, what would I sell? I don't want to sell the Rolexes. If I sold one of the Rolexes, guess what happens? I can't get them back easily. We've been down that road. That was murder. So what do I want to sell? Do I want to sell the Speedy? Nut. Do I want to sell the Reverso? No, that's got an engraving. So then the only thing left is the Pateks. Do I want to sell Pateks to get it?
But is the only reason you don't want to sell your Reverso because of the engraving, or is that just...
I actually love the Reverso.
Right.
Also, reality. I mean, selling your Reverso and your Speedmaster
is much. It's not
going to get the distance. That's right.
Yeah.
You end up having to sell a Patek.
The Reverso is probably 8,000, 7,000, 8,000 US. It's not that fantastic. So how would I fund it? This watch you're talking about, depending on the series, they're 50,000 Aussie. Okay, what's that? High 30s US.
It's at least a few Patek. At least
well,
a few
that's the problem. So for me, you know what? I know and the thing is, I like the story to my annual calendar. I got the story, the history. I got it back. That's my Patek. I think that's because when I sold it, that's the only watch I really ever regretted that's the only watch. It wasn't the 1016 because that was too long ago. It was the annual calendar I really wanted back. Herman Ingram, $2. Jean Lune Havana, Lune Black Label or other. He's talking FP Jean's. I'd have to say I love the Havana. The Havana is absolutely beautiful, but you know what? Instead of buying a Jean, why don't you get a nice Lange for the money? I reckon Lange is the sweet spot in that type of... That's what I'd be doing, but hey, you know, I don't really particularly like Jean in the sense that they're so expensive. It's a kind of a niche-y sort of brand. Yankee Doodle, $2. What do you recommend for a modern man's briefcase? Man, the world's gone crazy. You've got briefcases there, JJ. You're probably the person to ask. I'm too old.
Me, I don't have briefcases.
You got those bags, those messenger bags. LB,
I just
the
have
one.
I just have the little sling bag, and
yeah,
that's just for like That's not really
Actually,
a briefcase.
Yankee Doodle, I've got one coming in the next couple of weeks. I will show you.
I heard what's the one? I can't remember the name. Someone in F. Carl Frederick. They make nice stuff, right? Carl Frederick. Nice leather bags.
I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah, I never really had a briefcase that big, so hard to say.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, I will. If you come to Elite Luxury, I've done a few stories on men's briefcases. Check it out. Elite Luxury. Tan Zeal, $5. All this talk about, is it a bargain? Cuss, it's small. Some folks crave a Paul Newman, also a 37mm watch, just saying. Yes, and also the 5508, you know, that was the no crown guard Submariner. That was 37 as well. So I
can't speak for the Submariner, but the Daytona.
What does the size of the Daytona have to do with if a Patek fleet that is 36 or 40 and the 36 is a bargain?
What he's saying is, he says, don't let the size deter you, because a lot of these vintage watches, they were smaller. That's just how they were done.
But the truth of the matter is, they are cheaper because they're smaller, and people prefer the larger ones. Irrelevant the size of the Daytona.
you can't just look at the diameter, though. You also have to look at the thickness of the watch. If it's a thin watch and it's also 37 or 36, it's going to have less wrist presence.
Right.
Horological Freddy Krueger, $2. Is Mark the boogeyman of the gay community? I don't look. I don't look. Honestly,
I'm grabbing another drink. I'll be right back.
I honestly don't have a problem with Mark, but you know, the problem I've got is there's a lot of politics on this YouTube. Okay, I got Bear, who does so much for me. Okay, Bear just said the only thing I want is I don't want Mark on the show. I personally don't mind Mark. Okay. But Bear can't stand him for whatever reason. I don't know the reasons. I don't even want to go into it. But you know,
I thought he was usually nice to you, on the show.
Who's that?
Mark.
Yeah, but Bear just asked me, don't do this. That's it. So I mean,
well,
it's like in the Bible. They said, don't eat the apples. Don't eat the apples off the tree. Well, why do you have to eat the apples if they said don't eat the apple off the tree? Do you want the snakes to come and get you, or what? The serpent, or what? You understand or not? And that's kind of the way I feel about it there. Kevin So, $2. Arch, tell me about what you think about the Rolex Forum.
Yeah, Arch, what do you think about the Rolex Forum?
Look, I got to be totally honest with you there. I kind of have gone and looked around. There was a guy who knows Ronnie. I never spoke to him. I never knew him well. He always hated my guts. And I think it's jealousy, because I've done well in this watch space, and he thinks he's the only one who can do well. Look, to be honest with you, you know what? The Rolex Forum, you get sick of it. How many new Submariners can you honestly have? Newbies coming in. I just got this. I just got that.
I think the Rolex forums can be a nice place to find a watch if you're looking for one.
I used to like Time Zone. Okay, that was a great forum. I used to love Time Zone, but that seems to have died in the arse. I used to like WatchNet. That merged with Time Zone. I used to like Purist Pro. They were incredible snooty. They threw me out. They threw me out when they discovered that I didn't really have a university degree. And very snooty club there. Look, I got to be honest with you. I like to do my own content. The Rolex Forum. Look, Tan is a member there. I've seen Tan's postings. He posts a bit. I don't hate the Rolex Forum. It's always, information is always good. I used to scour the Rolex Forum for hours when I was working at a job. That's what I used to do all day, was basically scan these forums for knowledge. I love them. There's a lot of interesting stuff.
I tell you what, I was able to authenticate that dial that you got me off of Rolex forums. I mean, those dials are hard to find. If I hadn't gone there, I don't think I'd ever found it.
No,
Super chat.
That's exactly it there. Okay, Matt S, £5. Love having JJ, Doc, and Lolex in the crew. Would be great to have Tan and Jin join, and Stefano too. Those two never sat right with me. Good luck, Arch. Look, I'm happy to have open. Some people can come. As the sign says, I love all people. Some people make me happy when they arrive. Some people make me happy when they leave. Okay, simple as that. You know,
Tan is very rare to do cameos. He almost never comes on.
He doesn't want to do. And they've got the Wizard. Look at this. We've got a super chat. We've got some super chats here. Look at this here. I've got a good one coming up here. LC, $2. Is Mark the boogeyman of the middle school PTA? Look, I got to tell you, the thing about him is he did have a watch channel before he came on me. He's one of the few people who did actually have some decent content. I liked his upbeat ways. But, you know what? Bear is more important to me. Simple as that. It's economics. I can't keep everyone happy, and I decided to go with the bear. Watch Wizard, $20. Hey, Pontiff, a bit of coins towards the new microphone fund. That's my Wizard, Stefano. Justintime.ca. That's the website. Go there, justintime.ca.
That's our man, Stefano.
Great guy. He's a nice. How do you find Stefano, JJ?
I love Stefano. He's great. You know, we got to say his name right. He doesn't like Stefano. It's Stefano.
Stefano.
Right.
He has got amazing. How rich is he?
I don't know. He's like a wealth of knowledge, though. Every time you talk to him, he's like, "Yeah, so I was having dinner with Humphrey Bogart, and you know, he likes asparagus." Like, it doesn't even like faze him at all. It's just like he's such a cool guy.
I love that.
Speaking of bits of coins, Arch, have you been watching the crypto crap take off?
No, what's happening with crypto?
I already scored a two-tone Daytona out of a couple of winnings. Might have to buy another Daytona. I don't know.
The gamblers always talk about their winnings. They don't talk about the losses. You notice that?
I haven't lost yet, though.
I know.
Yeah, but you bought early, right, JJ?
Well, yeah. Well, this newest round, I bought a couple, like 2 months ago, but I'm up about 35% in 2 months.
Someone said Bear saying Oshin is spruiking just as TGV. Well, you want to make a bit of money. I mean, what else do they do? If I got the right offer, I'd spruik a bit too. You know. Tanzil, $5. AC3, talk to us about the dark history of the Reverso. A hit when Art Deco was chic, died out for decades, and rebooted in the 80s. Icon or Phoenix? Yes, that's very, very true. The Reverso came out in the 30s, and it's sort of, I think where it died out was in World War II, because it was incredibly labor-intensive to make this thing, and fashions change. And it kind of...
it was very Art Deco, too. I mean, it was really Art Deco.
And Le Coultre, you know, in America, you had Le Coultre as opposed to Jaeger Le Coultre. Do you know much about that, Doc?
Not at all.
Because they had branded Le Coultre, which was cheaper than Jaeger Le Coultre was kind of their more premium brand.
I shouldn't say not at all, because there's a number of lovely chronographs out there, vintage chronographs out there from before it became Jaeger Le Coultre.
Yes.
So I know a little bit. Considered buying a couple of times.
Wow. Amazing stuff, Doc. And I got to tell you, seriously, I think with a lot of these Reversos, in the 80s when they came back, they had some ugly ones too. I never quite understood they did an automatic Reverso, which I thought kind of went against the grain. And they also, I think they had a quartz. They did some quartz as well. The Reversos themselves there, I mean, you don't see fake Reversos because the case is such a bitch to fake. You know, it's kind
That's
of
a good thing, then.
Yeah. It's kind of something that incredibly labor intensive. You know, Patek actually, that Reverso mechanism, you could get a Patek like that as well.
Somebody's typing up a term paper in the background.
Oh, that's me. I'm responding to the chats.
Well, that's okay, man.
Trying
That's
to get the
good.
chats going.
He's trying to keep the chats going.
Yeah.
So I got to tell you honestly, I think the Reversos, I loved them. I had a classic. They have the original size called the Classique, and it was on a 19. I had a 18 karat yellow gold one. It was just a bit small. So I think really the one to go for is the grand size, and it's not actually trendy now. What they really like now, they really like the ultra thin Reversos. I don't know if you know that they because this is actually quite a
Double barrel.
quite a fat one. See, because it's got the double barrel. This is an 8-day.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they lost money on every one of these they sold because the movement was expensive to make.
I suspect they could make more money though if they started nicknaming it the fat one.
It's kind of the ultra thin one seems to be what the look. I didn't buy it to be trendy. I bought it because I liked it. That's kind of. But I got to tell you, it's one of these things. They disappeared. They did disappear for a long time. That shape was out.
Stefano wants the link. Archie.
Oh,
Stefano
nice.
wants the link.
Also, I got to jump off for a bit. I'll try to come back.
I love
What time are you gonna end?
JJ.
I'll try to get back on.
I love you, man. I love you. It's all good,
Thank
man.
you.
We
Yeah.
love you. Thank you so much for coming on. I got to tell you, man, that was amazing to have the.
Are you
JJ
still doing
on
3 hours?
Yeah, you do a 3-hour stream.
Yeah, I am. But if you guys can't handle it, you can jump off. There's no pressure to stay there. Stefano, how are you, my friend?
Pontiff,
Stefano.
king.
I've been.
how are you, mighty Pontiff?
Hey, how are you going?
Oh, tired. I just came back from Kingston.
Oh, what
I was
happened?
there all day.
What happened? Tell us what happened.
Oh, just a lot of traffic and, mask here, mask there, walk through. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
3 hours to get there, 3 hours to get back. So,
Oh, shit. And
Yeah.
we've got ABC joining us too. Hello, ABC.
How's it going, guys?
Pure
ABC.
class.
Welcome, guys.
Class. Yeah, Stefano, I was actually I've actually, Jamie sent me video of the 5231. I actually have posted.
yeah,
it on
he
my
sent it
Archie.
to me as well. That was very kind of him.
I got to tell you, what do you think of that? That is probably, in my
That's-
opinion, the greatest current model watch.
Yes. That's why I dropped 50 grand last year as a deposit.
Yes, just very quickly, Tanzil, $5. I believe the 8-day is also underrated. I've heard rumors the power reserve on the Grand Date can go for longer. Yeah, I think it's the funny thing is, with these 8-day type things, the danger is they don't have consistent timing. Like when they're running out of charge, the accuracy can be different to when they're fully wound up. It's very hard to have a consistent powertrain. Does that make sense?
Well, the longer the power reserve, the less accurate the watch could be.
Exactly. So it's when it's running out, it may not be keeping as good a time, but it's I gotta say, I love the idea. It's an amazing idea. Stefano,
Yes, sir.
you got a choice: 5231J or a 5270P. What would you
Both.
take? What would you take if you could only take one?
I'll take Jamie's. 5231. But I want both. I'm going to get both to fill my box eventually.
Yes. When are you getting the box?
Oh, the LV boutique in Toronto said we can't give you an estimate because of COVID, but it'll be here hopefully by Christmas. I said, okay.
What made you want to get one of these boxes? Like
You did. Your box.
Dude.
You reckon?
Of course, Pontiff.
Come on.
They do nothing. LV doesn't give me even an invite to a Christmas party. They're.
Oh,
Honestly, Omega should be paying you money for the Speedmaster.
I know. So
I know
many
for
people
Yeah.
That's just how it goes there. Here we go. Toyota Mo, $5. Arch, if you had to keep just one, not both, just one, which would you choose between the Snoopy 50th anniversary or an overseas blue three-handed dial? Which one and why? I tell you what I would go for, without a doubt, would be the overseas.
Yeah, the
and
VC.
I'm not a huge Vacheron fan, but I never really liked the Snoopy. I think it's too gimmicky, and I think Vacheron is a better house. Even though I don't like Vacheron because it's a Richmond company, I do think that. What would you do, Wizard? What would you do?
I have the Snoopy fully paid since last year on order. He's promising me November.
Okay.
It's gorgeous. I saw somebody else. It's beautiful, beautiful.
If you had a choice of a Snoopy or a Vacheron three-hander blue dial, what would you pick?
I don't like the three-hander, so I guess Snoopy.
You don't like the three-hander?
No. I like the new 65 or 56 that came out. It's so elegant. The bracelet fits so great. I'm thinking of buying one, and it's 40 mil.
Okay.
For me, that's small.
Tanzil, $5. World time versus perpetual calendar. Is that a question, AC3? Did you have some expired Vegemite this morning? World time versus a perpetual chrono. Yeah, good point.
World time.
But it's a Calise. It's the painted, the dial. Look. I think you could pick either one. They're both absolutely amazing pieces. Tell me this, Stefano. In your journey of watches there itself, what size collection do you think makes people the happiest in your observation? As someone who's been in this industry for years, what do you think is the perfect number for collectors?
Well, I tried to be a perpetual collector, but after like 35, 40 pieces, you get no time, no wristwatch time or love. So I think the box, 8, and one on my wrist, 9. For me, it'd be 9.
Wow.
That way I always have the box full.
Yeah. And you're going to keep these at home? Or, I mean, the danger is, I kind of only have them at home for short periods, because even the 9...
Well, I have the huge 4.5-ton safe at the shop. I have a couple of bank vaults, and I have a professional 1 3/4 ton safe here. I always keep 2, 3 because my insurance won't let me go over 60,000 at home.
I see. Got you. It's I got to tell you, with the watch business, is it dangerous in Toronto? Is it a safe city? How is it?
Well, where I am is like 4 hours away from there, but
sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, no, this town ain't dangerous. Everybody wants to be a gangster, but they can't even spell the word. So,
yeah.
I can tell you, in California, you're taking your chances. A friend of mine had a, I don't know how many rifles. I think it was 12 rifle safe, and some people just came in, backed a truck up, went through his garage, they ripped the alarm off the wall so it didn't go off, and then they ripped the safe out of the ground and put it on a dolly and put it under the truck and took off.
holy shit.
Probably an inside job, in my opinion.
Probably.
How are they going to know? But,
My safe can't be, you can't do that with my safe at the shop or my house because it's in the sub-basement. I have a multi-layered house I had done, and there's no way they're pulling a 1 3/4 ton safe out. How are they going to do it? How are they going to get access to the sub-basement even if they come into the wall?
Yeah, that's a lot better. This safe was bolted into the concrete.
Yeah.
On the lower level of the house, but
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, mine's on the 3rd tier level of my home, so they're not getting this. I mean, and that's a good one, BBW, because my guy who doesn't alarms and cameras for me in my architectural projects, we have a backup system. So if one goes off, the other one, they can't even tell where it is. It's hidden, built into the house somewhere where I won't disclose, but they'll never find it.
And that's part of the reason why I wonder if it was an inside job, just the fact that the alarm company didn't tell him that if you rip it off the wall, the alarm doesn't go off.
I am with you 110%. Definitely inside job from a domesticated help or a friend that knew, or, you know.
Or from the company that installed the alarm system.
Or that.
Something happened.
For sure.
But my watches are mostly in the safe at the bank.
Excellent. In your safe deposit. That's great.
Yeah, that's just me.
Tell me this, Stefano. Safety in that there. Are we getting worse? What do you think's happening there? People are more aware of watches and...
Not where I am, but Montreal, Toronto, definitely. Not as bad as what I hear what's going on in London and Spain lately.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, guys get yoked and with 3 or 4 guys and they pull the watch.
That's just ridiculous, don't you think?
Well, it is, but, you know, it's snatch and grab.
And that's happening more in the States.
It is. It's starting more and more. But at least in the States, in New York, I had a full carry permit. In Canada, there's no such thing. But I look at it this way. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. So that gives you my answer about safety.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. It's the whole world is just a you know, watches are such a valuable thing. This is the danger. They're so small. They're so easy to transport. You've got to be very careful. And I got to tell you, that's one thing about Jamie. Is it time? Would you rather put all your money into less watches than more watches? Like have better quality watches, and would that minimize your risk in some way, or it could make it even worse? It could make it even worse in some ways. There's pros and cons to it. What do you do as far as your papers go? Do you keep your papers with the watches in the safe, or what do you do with papers?
In a separate safe deposit box for mine. All of them are in one little thin one because my other vault fees that I pay at the bank are for the big boxes. Yeah. So, and you put 2, 3 Rolex boxes, you're done. I just have them wrapped, put in sleeves, in travel pouches, and the papers are in it's actually in a separate branch also, my papers.
Oh, I see. Because, you know, the story is so many papers get lost, don't they?
Oh, yes.
You know, from people just trying to...
Pontiff back in the 80s and mid-80s to early 90s, I would sell whatever watch, usually 90%, 80% of the time. I won't exaggerate. Rolex, your box. I don't need that. I just want to wear the watch, size it, and go. But you need that in case. I don't sell my watches. So...
Yeah, no, that's exactly it there. Tanzil is the man today. Tanzil, he is AC3. When you got the 14790 ST, did you notice the screws in the bezel were all messed up? Also, did the independent service it correctly? Okay, so basically, let's just put it back there, okay? I'll explain what happened. The screws were in the right place. This was my 36mm steel Audemars Piguet. It uses the Jaeger-LeCoultre movement, ultra-thin movement. Now, what actually happened was I got a watchmaker to try and service it. He said, I needs a new mainspring. And he said, I can't get one. So I said, put it back together. Then when he put it back together, he put the screws in the... He stuffed it up. Now, I sent it to AP and they serviced it and they made sure that was correct. But I got to be totally honest with you. That AP, so I sent it to AP in Florida. You know, what's that?
Oh.
What's that water place? What's it called? What's the something water
Flint.
called?
Flint?
No.
Clearwater?
Clearwater. So that got serviced and then I sold it. I lost money and now it's worth a fortune. Guess what? It doesn't work anymore. It still doesn't work because the bloody thing, it needs another service. And I got to be honest with you, that watch is garbage. Totally honest with you, it's absolute shit. The watch is crap. I mean, it only had a service a couple years ago. The guy he's a pretty careful guy. He only wore it sparingly, and now it doesn't work.
AP will rape you on service.
And
Rapes you.
apparently now, when they service it, they don't even service the movement. They swap it out. I don't want bastards. I don't want the movement swapped out. I don't understand. Have you heard of that? AP
Yes.
swaps? What the?
It's
No,
at
seriously.
their discretion.
But why would you swap the movement out for?
You got me on that one.
And then what do they do?
Yeah, it's probably cheaper than to spend hours on a watchmaster working on it.
Yeah, but
Because it's cheaper.
what
Yep.
happens if they give me a new movement? Doesn't that mean the movement would have a different number, a serial number to the movement number would be different or not?
Well, your reference number will never match the mechanism, the movement, right?
The movement may not even be exactly the same for that.
Exactly.
And what happens if I get an older one or a more shittier one that's got more problems in it that I don't know about? I can't believe they have the high. I mean, Omega tried to do that. Didn't Omega want to do that at one stage?
At one stage, yes.
Because at the end of the day, they use a standard family of movements. To slop it in and slop it out is so much easier. Because what they can do is they can export the movements to some cheap country and get them serviced and then restock it, can't they? That's the answer, isn't it?
Oh, heck yeah.
And don't be delusional that doesn't happen. It does happen.
You would never be surprised what these companies can do.
It's money. It's a business.
That's right.
But I got to tell you, AP themselves there, I think they are probably one of the worst offenders for this sort of behavior. They kind of... I honestly don't get it. I honestly don't understand why they... Because it's a massive premium. They're charging a massive premium, but they seem to treat you like shit. And Tanzil, $5. This is why you buy a Patek, boys. 100+ years old. They will make you a part for the price of AC3's accumulated super. Now, that's an interesting point. Tanzil says that Patek said they will service any watch of theirs.
Yep.
But they'll also charge you too. Don't be...
Of course.
Don't be thinking it's going to be affordable.
Weren't they going
it's
to
more
charge
affordable
50
than
grand
AP.
for a mainspring? They're going to charge
Ooh.
50. I think they were going
grand.
to charge 50 grand for a mainspring on some watch that wasn't produced any longer. They had to just go back.
Holy
and do
cow. They had to go back to the archives to manufacture it.
Look, it depends how valuable the watch is. If it's a special watch, it could be. If it's a chronograph or something, it could be worth $1 million. 50,000's nothing. But if it's a nothing watch, it wouldn't be worth doing there. But I got to say, to be honest with you, there, I think AP is a big letdown. They really, their watches.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even though they look macho, they're like, like the Royal Oak offshores.
Yeah.
They look really macho.
They
But
do.
they use a lot of ultra thin movements inside. And the problem with ultra thin is they don't have the same tolerances as normal standard. So when you make something ultra thin, you're going to cut it, and it's not going to have. It's like turbocharging an engine. It's not going to have the longevity of a non-turbo. And that's
True.
the reality, guys. I mean, this is the shocking truth. The Pine Barren, $5. Arch, what do you recommend people do with a box of shiters they've acquired over the years? I think the best thing you can do is Gumtree, Craigslist, Facebook forums. Get rid of them. There's a lot of people who want
eBay.
sort of things.
eBay's not bad.
eBay.
Kijiji in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, look. The other thing is too, you could give them away to family members.
Yeah.
You've got people.
Nephews, nieces, cousins.
Yeah. And I mean, look. I think the reality is, a lot of people have sold pieces as they've gone on. Like, a lot of people I wish I had my first. Yeah, there's a lot of regrets, but also a lot of people too. They got rid of a lot of garbage they had. And I mean, I had watches that I thought, shit, they're not actually worth. They have tanked. A lot of things have gone bad as well. It's not always, I wish I had that still. Tanzil, $5. AC3, you've been quiet about the return of the Countach. What do you think of Lamborghini remaking the Countach? Jacinda would have dated you if you had one. I don't think she would have dated me no matter what. That girl was going places. And you know what? That's just Hollywood. You've got to be ambitious. The TV and movie industry is completely competitive. It's just how it is. But I got to be
Why
honest
are you guys looking at those 20-year-old pictures of her?
Huh.
Yes. It's.
No, I'm serious. I kind of came in late, but why were you looking at those 20-year-old pictures?
I went to school with her.
What school there?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
She didn't really know me that well. Paul who, but I did have eye contact with her at one stage in my career there. I did have eye contact. She looked away in disgust, and that was about it. And I think, you know, that's just how it goes there. Tell me this, Stefano. What's your go there? I tell you this now. It's not that I dislike the Nautilus or the Aquanaut. I dislike the people who buy it.
Neither of those watches. I mean, other than if I can get a retail and sell it, you know, I don't like them personally. That's not my idea of classic Patek. Patek Philippe has nothing to do with those damn Nautilus, and you know, in my opinion.
Yes. 100% right. Tell me this. What do you think of the Neptune?
Oh, the old one. Huh.
You remember the Neptune?
Yes, very much so. It was different. I mean, it was very off the beaten path for Patek, but again, I think it was maybe they reached even further with the Nautilus and the Aquanaut, but not a classic Patek for me.
I think the Neptune itself has got great potential. That could be.
It does, but will they ever bring it back?
No, but it's got potential because it's a steel Patek. Any steel Patek seems to be.
Which was a rare thing back then, right?
Can you remember too? Patek also crossed over, like they had an ellipse version.
Yeah, the
of
ellipse.
The Nautilus.
That's
they had
right.
Ellipse, and they had an ellipse version of the Calatrava. Remember they?
That's right.
They slept together. I don't know what they were doing. They turned out bastard watches, and then
you had the
that?
Gondolo.
Yeah, I like the Gondolo.
Well, the Gondolo Tourbillon is gorgeous, the platinum one.
I actually had a 5111. I thought that was beautiful.
The Pontiff had the best of Patek.
Well, yeah, it's a long story there. Here we go. We got the Israeli guy there.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom. Yep, there we go. That's our Israeli guy there, and we've got Tanzil again, $5. To play devil's advocate, Gerald Gentra's wife claimed Gigi said that the Nautilus was his true masterpiece of the integrated bracelet sports watch design. I believe that.
It's possible.
Yeah, I believe that. The those Pateks, those Nautiluses, they also came in the cork box. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those. Have you ever handled one?
How long ago? Stefano? A month and a half ago, one was offered for 12,000 US.
Wow.
9,000 euros. About 6 weeks ago. It got sold in less than 10, 15 minutes on the dealers' forums.
Yes.
That's the original Nautilus box.
Yeah. I mean,
that's why John Goldberger, when he did his book, the entire outside of the book and out of the case is cork.
Yeah. Have you met John Goldberger?
Yes, I have.
How did you find him?
At Basel. Oh, amazing. You can sit there like you. I can sit here and talk with you for hours. The same thing with him about. But he loves his Cintre, Cartiers and all that.
Huge Cartier collection.
Oh, the biggest collection in the world.
Yes. It's did you ever meet that auctioneer? What's his name? You know, Bucks?
No, I have not.
No, I've met him. No.
See,
it's
this one's cork. The brown one in between the red and the blue. It's made of cork.
Did you ever meet Bob Wingate from Wingate's Fine Watches? You ever heard of Wingate's? He was in Texas.
Wingate's, Texas.
He had his own plane.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
What happened to him? I haven't heard from him in years.
Wingates, I don't know. I don't know if they sold or they're still around. I mean,
Because I've still got their old catalogs looking at.
oh my goodness, I must
You
have
know,
one somewhere. I
remember
saved
that,
it.
don't you?
Oh yes, Ross
the
Simmons, Wingates. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
way back in the day. Wow, you just brought
Bob
me back
Wingate.
memory lane, Pontiff.
Yeah, it was Bob Wingate, wasn't it?
Yes, Bob Wingate. That's right.
Yeah, yeah, and he
And you have Gray and Sons in Florida.
Yes. It's funny, you look, because Wingate's was always expensive, and you look back and
Always.
it's so cheap.
Always.
He's yeah, I understand. Tanzil, $5. The Calatrava was to Patek as the Royal Oak was to AP. Respect to the Sterns for realizing once you go steel, you can't go back. Like IWC. Yes, that's a. I think IWC's biggest problem was they didn't really go in-house. They always used a generic move, which was quite acceptable in that time. In that time period, many, they kind of got snuffed out when Swatch Group kind of turned supply off. You know what I mean? Because Rolex didn't even own the movement manufacturer. You know, the Agler, Agler. You know,
that's right.
They didn't even own that. That was a company which was making exclusively Rolex movements, but they didn't even own it until the 2000s, I think. Which, you look at the in-house and that, you could say, shit, why is it so important? The funny thing is that the Pateks that are worth big money, they're all non-in-house movement Pateks. Huh. You know what I mean? And even that Daytona, everyone criticizes Valjoux. It uses as Valjoux 727 in a lot of those.
Yeah.
I mean, people criticize Valjoux, but that's what's in the 4-digit Daytona.
That's right.
I don't understand it. People
like to bicker.
Yes. Jamie J, €5. Has anyone on the panel ever visited the Patek Philippe Museum in Switzerland?
Yes.
You've been there?
Yes, and that's where I got as a gift. Where is it? I just had the damn pictures up. That's where I was gifted the red one.
Who gave that to you? Patek did.
From the Patek. Because I went to Basel, and then I was invited to go to a little after party, and we started talking. I said, I'd like to go to the museum. They said, of course, blah, blah, blah. Well, I stayed a few extra days in Switzerland, then I went to Italy to visit family.
Have you met any of the Sterns?
In New York at a get-together when they initially started with Panerai, when they introduced Panerai to New York City, when they were selling outside of Rockefeller Center.
Who did you meet?
I don't remember. It wasn't the big boss, though. It was one of the Stern family, one of the kids. Was it the daughter? I don't remember, but it was a Stern. So
Tanzil, $5 Canadian. If in-house dictated desirable or successful, JLC would be Swiss king. What do you think of that? It's
JJ LeCoultre, king. I don't know about king. Maybe one of the princes, but I don't think king, in my opinion.
I think they're kind of their own worst enemy, don't you think?
Yeah, in a way.
You can't do everything, can you? You can't do everything.
You can't.
You know, I think this is what people fail to realize. You just can't do everything.
Because they try to get a good niche of the market, but it's not going to happen. That was JJ LeCoultre.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's exactly right. You kind of, there's certain things you can influence and there's certain things you can't. And I got to be honest with you there. I love JJ LeCoultre. I think they were, I don't know. It's just, are you a Reverso fan? Tell me this, Stefano.
Yes, I am, but they never made one big enough for me.
Even the Grand Reverso, you don't like those?
I love it, but it's too small. I put it on, it looks like a kid's watch. Anything under 44 on my wrist looks like a kid's watch.
Okay.
But I will make exception when I get my true Patek.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Because that's a dress watch. So a couple of black tie affairs, maybe a wedding or two. That's about the only time I'll wear it. And then I'll hand it down to my son or my grandchildren one day. If I live long enough to see them. But
see.
That means you wouldn't wear a Daytona as an example. You wouldn't wear a Panda. It's too small.
oh yes. The only Rolex I truly I have some vintage investments that I've had since the 80s and 90s, but the only one I wear is my 44 Yachtmaster 2. That's the only one that looks good on my hand.
Is it steel or gold?
It's steel. I believe either steel or all precious. And eventually, if they do something, because I love it on steel, but I don't love that blue bezel on all precious gold.
Yeah.
If they change that bezel, I'll be buying something. Oh.
By the way, guys, that's when I met Terry.
Wow.
My good friend Terry. Yeah, and he was so cool because he had these Asian. I'll just get these super chats. Just hang on. Tanzil, $5. Reality is, you are right. You can't do everything. Even Patek, they were specialists in case and dials, whereas Jaeger-LeCoultre was a movement maker. And Kausowitz, $5. I predict a record-setting super chat day if you can get Ving, Tanzil, Don Haynes, Clivers, and Mark back in the chat all together. Those, well, you can also, pigs can fly, because the bear has said no, Mark, and I'm not going to really argue with Bear. You know that? Here, Des Hertz, drop the link. Well, actually, drop link bit. Look, I tell you, I'm about to wrap up in 5 minutes, so I'll come tomorrow. The Pine Baron, $15. Check your email for a watch. I took whitewater rafting. This is the Pine Baron. I will do that. Just out of interest there, I met Terry in Singapore. I went there actually for the Patek Singapore exhibition.
Oh, nice.
And I met him. He was out the front of the Hilton. And I said, "Excuse me, could I please have your photo?" Now, the wonderful thing is he had all these Asian bigwigs, like the owners of Hourglass. I deliberately treated them like shit. "Excuse me, I want to see the famous man, please." And I treated them, they really...
They hated that one.
Oh, shit, you know.
You put him on the back of the bus.
And I said, because I was wearing a frayed shirt and jogging shorts.
Ooh.
And he said, "What watch are you wearing?" I was wearing my Explorer 2.
Oh.
But he was cool. He had a great sense of humor, Terry. He's a lovely guy. And I got to tell you, he was wearing I think a platinum Nautilus, actually. Really cool guy.
But didn't you tell him you had Pateks, but it wasn't safe there?
Well, the problem is it was raining. You can't really wear the dress. Singapore is just... I wasn't dressed up to meet him. I just met him in the street. Do I take a photo or do I say nothing? I'm not...
No, you take a photo.
Take a photo.
Yeah, you take the picture, and you know more about him than the other guys that are hanging out there with him.
Exactly. He's very cool. Very cool. I had my Mont Blanc pen in my pocket. There he is there. He looked very... Because it was raining.
Probably wearing a Brioni.
Beautiful suit. Well, because he actually... I think he's lost a bit of weight there. He actually looks pretty good because he put a bit on and now he's lost a bit. There, you can see his Nautilus. You can see his Nautilus now. You see his Nautilus there? It's fuzzy because his hand.
But it's platinum, not stainless.
I believe so. Because it was I think it was the Perpetual. When I looked at it, it was actually the Perpetual, which I think is the 50th, the anniversary. 50th
yes.
Anniversary? 50th. There we go. Here we go. Jerez, anyone into wet shaving? I love my Parker 91. Wet shaving. What's he talking about?
I don't know.
This guy's got some weird hobbies. What's the other? Let's just see if I've got another photo. Oh, there he is. Then he said, "Look, take the photo with the sign." This is what he said to me. He said, "Take the photo with the sign." That's what he said to me. So he deliberately, because I was taking the photo, he says, "Take the photo with the sign." There I am. There's the Pontiff. Look, there I am. How's that? Look at that. What do you think of that? There's the Pontiff with Terry. He's got his hand on my back there. Look at that. How's that? Look at that. This is out the front of the Hilton, as I said. The Hilton in Singapore there. And he was staying at the Hilton. And It was amazing to meet him. He's actually a really nice guy. Really nice guy. And it was cool. Aaron Levin, $5. Thoughts on the Breitling Premier B25 Datora 41 salmon dial? I got to be honest with you.
The salmon dial looks beautiful.
That's kind of Breitling Premier. You know, that's kind of their that series had a big launch not so long ago, didn't it? Really, and I never really warmed to it. I got to be. Totally...
You didn't like the salmon dial, Pontiff?
The salmon's okay. It's kind
and
of.
You saw the pistachio green they came out with?
I know. It's green is very trendy. Like they had the grenade Patek, right?
Now green is the blue.
Yeah.
But you were lucky. You went to Singapore and you must have seen the Aquanaut with the red band because it was Singapore edition.
Yeah. It's look. I don't have.
You've been a blessed man as well, Pontiff.
Why is that?
Because you get to travel, you see all this, you schmooze, you know how to maneuver, you know how to work the room, you know how to work the room. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. It was. I had to go because Singapore. Also, I got my annual. The reason I flew there too was my annual calendar came back from service in Singapore.
Oh. You should have showed him that you had it.
No, I didn't have it because I didn't know I was going to meet him. I was just walking in the street. There's Terry Stern. Do you say hello or you don't?
Of course, you always.
Hey, you know,
chance of a lifetime.
The clothes I was wearing, for God's sake. Did you see the clothes?
It's all right.
You know, I mean, seriously. Look, I was wearing that's my frayed shirt and my rough pants. Because Singapore, I was going for a walk, right? It was wet. It was, look, I didn't know I was going to meet him, but what do you say? You know what I mean?
You catch the caption.
I mean, that picture, I love having that picture in my collection.
Oh, yes.
I may never see him again, you know? You know
what
I mean?
You never know. You never know.
You never know your luck.
Never say never.
Guys, well, hopefully you'll be wearing your world time next time.
Yes.
Well, look, if it's an event, of course I would have worn it, but I was just casually walking, and it really pissed off the Hourglass guys. They got shit off because it just. But Terry liked it because I said, "Excuse me, Mr. Stern, can I please have your?" Because I'll be honest with you, I didn't really want to meet movie stars like Tom Cruise or
who cares?
I wanted to meet Terry Stern or Philippe Stern. That's who I wanted to meet. Who else do you want to meet in the watch world?
Maybe Nicole Kidman from Eyes Wide Shut you'd like to meet, but...
Even still, I'd prefer to meet Terry.
Oh, for sure.
It's kind of how it is there. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. Just wrapping up very, very quickly here. Live with Lolex.
Let's upvote.
$2, 287 views, and only 90 upvotes. Come
on.
No,
you got 106. You got 106 now.
Oh, 106 there.
You need 100, so.
Yeah, they're just a bit nasty there. And Jerez, guys, do you remember when Bruce Williams bought a VC overseas wearing shorts and a Yoda t-shirt? Well, they let anyone into the VC boutique.
Yeah, more or less.
They kind of... a sale is a sale. Remember that. They don't care what you wear. They want to sell the product. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank you. I want to thank you all for coming on. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Probably a 2-hour stream tomorrow, not a 3-hour. I do the 3 hours Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. That's the big money earners for you Americans. And I got to say, Stefano, please, those are the 3 money days.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You come here and you will get the legendary status. Look at the other guys. They were nobodies. Just, I tell you honestly, you're a great guy.
Thank you so much.
I'm still nobody.
So am I. Don't worry, BBW.
Okay, guys, we will see you in the next one. Thank you so, so much. Great guys.